Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, welcome. We're live. I didn't know we were live there. Good job, because there was a bit of colourful language from Mark Campbell. Skidmark is back in the building. Legio was getting a few compliments Friday doing the live show with me.
Compliments. Thanks, lads. Skidmark out. Everyone was saying
he's better looking, isn't he? So
he was saying, yeah.
It's not really hard, is it? When you're a better looking younger model.
So,
I base myself off you, to be fair.
This is classed as the last stream before the next chapter. That's what we're going with.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, who knows what the future holds, eh? But either way...
Touch wood.
Either way, we'll still be, no matter what happens, a shining beacon for the fight to keep Britain where she rightfully belongs. Too many people, in my opinion, have been a bit doom and gloom, a bit fatalistic, and, you know, you got to move, it's over. And it's like, no. That's when the British show their true spirit. When the going gets tough, you have to dig in, bite down on the gum shield, and you have to fight with everything you've got to protect the brilliance of what this country can be. And unfortunately, at the minute, our political class, some elements of society have, in our opinion, lost the marbles. I mean, we'll get to it in a bit, but I don't know whether any of you have seen the new sitcom release this weekend. New sitcom out.
Which one?
It's the best. It's the best I've seen in ages. It was called the Your Party Conference.
Oh yeah, I've seen clips. It's,
anyway, it was. I'm actually gutted I never went. It was in Liverpool, so I'm actually really gutted I never went now, because
it was like a Monty Python sketch.
The most bizarre thing I've seen in a long time, and as I say, I've only seen it doing the rounds on the show on the socials. But it's kind of like, whoever thought it up, it was like, what when you add that type of chemical to that type of chemical in the lab, usually goes.
Yeah, it does.
What's it called?
Your party. Well, actually, that's really interesting. Really interesting, because
it's not their party.
They did have a vote. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, they had a vote during the conference where they said, "Are we going to call it your party?" So there was 4 options: your party, our party,
or they them party,
the Popular Alliance, and For the Many. So they were the comrades. They called each other the comrades.
The People's Front of Judea party.
Well, again, it did remind you of the Monty Python sketch. Fuck off.
Yeah.
We're the Judean People's Front. Honestly, it's actually become like,
it's real.
Weirdly, it has become real life.
It has. It's weird.
It's like when I watch South Park now. Like I remember South Park as a kid when pre-millennium, because I always remember I had some South Park stuff saved to my PC when I used to play Champ Man, and I was petrified that the Millennium Bug was going to shut down, because that's what we were told. When the clock ticks, your computer's going to explode on the Millennium. Anyway, lo and behold, it didn't. My PC didn't explode, and my Champ Man seasons continued. My dominance of Serie A and the Premier League on Champ Man, my dominance of our household on Champ Man continued. My reign. And during the vote, they were offered, the comrades of in the Your Party conference, were offered the opportunity to vote for the party name. Anyway, those were the names that were putting on. And then, for me, if you can, go on social media, X specifically, if you can, and look at the Your Party where they put this on, and the 4 different names that when they were being serious. The comment section underneath, as it can be on social, on X, certainly on the social sometimes.
It is funny. I
only go there for the comments, and the comment section underneath was world class. Anyway, the first one under was the same vote, but obviously changed the names, and the party's names were Splitters was one, Jezbollah, because obviously Jeremy Corbyn's involved. Jeremy Corbyn's the leader, and I like Jeremy Corbyn, but he is, obviously he's anti
everything.
Anything to do with the British state, isn't it? It's a wonder he lives here. I'm like, why doesn't he just fuck off? And by the way, I actually really bought into Corbyn and Labour, and this is going to be the man who changes it. And then I realised, oh no, these are crackpots. With good intentions, by the way. I do think he's a good man, but I just don't think he's got
leadership qualities.
Well, he has, but I don't think he could lead the country, be prime minister. He could lead a party. He could have led the revolution there, and he was for a period. The problem I had is, once I found out who he was sliding his cheese cob into.
The Al Dodd shoes.
Well, once I figured out he was doing a bit of a extracurricular activities with
say no more.
Ye old
odd shoes.
Ye old odd shoes, yeah. Then I thought, oh no, sorry, he can't be taken serious anymore if he's been plating there.
Yeah.
Been plating the socks off it. If he's had legs, pinned back, giving it the old. But no, unfortunately, I can't take the. When I look at his beard, I think, I wonder what. Wonder what juices he was getting in there. Anyway, I've gone too far. Already gone too far. Anyway, it was splitters. The options were splitters, Jezbollah. Zara Sultana was the assistant manager to him, was second in command, and she got barred from the first. She barred herself from the first day because 2 Muslim MPs had got barred or got banned from there because allegedly they were transphobic. I don't know what's going on there. So it was cannibalising itself. The third option was Zara and co. Obviously the 2 fellas who got left out. And then the fourth option, which I felt was the best name, which they should have gone for it, was Gaza LGBTQ. What's it called? Rooftop Diving Association. That was the third answer. And as I say, for me, it was a fascinating watch. Certainly because the first person I watched who spoke was somebody who had defected from the Scottish Greens Party. Now, I don't know. I'll have to read the name out for you. The name was Erin Browning, who was a lesbian bloke.
I don't know what that is already.
Okay. So that was the description.
So do you mean he's straight?
Again, look, it only came out because...
A lesbian bloke straight.
The first speaker...
Just say you're straight.
Because what happened was, this speaker came on, I think he or she, I don't even know what to say, Erin Browning is transgender, right?
Yeah.
And she came on saying, these people have been kicked out and barred from the party. Zara Sultana's mates who weren't allowed in. There was a lot of people barred and not allowed in, even before the conference had begun. Like, restricted from entering, kicked out if they entered because they didn't agree with some of the things that were going on. And this guy, Erin Browning, gets up and starts having a pop at the 2 MPs, calling them transphobic. All right, transphobic. All right, and obviously the chair then jumps in and goes, "No, you can't say this. This is off the script for what you were going to say," and they shut her down or him down. And what happened then was they went to as they kept doing, because it was streamed live, they kept having to put the music comes up. It was like your party. It was very Stalin-esque in terms of as they were removing them, kicking and screaming from the podium, they had to put nice music playing over it and also obviously black the screen out. Yeah. So it became a bit of a farce in the end. But then as it transpired, the more and more I watched it, then only because Graham Linehan tweeted, I seen that this Erin Browning was kicked out of the Scottish Greens Party.
Oh yeah.
Okay, for alleged sexual misconduct with underage children. So it's like, what is going on with this party of left wing?
Yeah.
Left wing
liberal
people from Labour and whatever who've been, deemed too left wing or whatever to be part of the current Labour movement, which is nuts, but that's where they've been. And then they've kind of joined forces with kind of, Islamic factions of politics. So you've got this Islamic kind of left wing added together, and both of them, when we think about it, they're actually, all they want is the destruction of kind of Western civilization. So they actually don't even like the country that they're trying to be voted in. At this conference, there was also somebody who got up, a lady in a green jumper, and all she spoke about was the British state, being against the British state and being about the unification of Ireland. And it's going, hang on a second, you're an English political party trying to make traction in the English Parliament. Like, what's Irish unification? Isn't that for Sinn Féin and what's going on in Republic? Isn't that for them to kind of figure out? Why is Corbyn and Zara Sultana in this breakaway your party, or whatever they voted on calling themselves, become like it's just so fractured, and again it is just literally a real life version of the Monty Python sketch.
That's Zara Sultana as well. The mask slipped on her as well the other day, didn't it? You see what she was tweeting about the
No, I didn't see it. No, I'm seeing this. What went on? She was
tweeting about the there's a room in Old Trafford now, isn't there? Which is called the multi-faith room. It was last season they put it there, and she was like promoting, saying it's fantastic. This is now good as this, and look, this is what we're about. And then someone's put, in this multi-faith room, are Christians allowed to go and pray in there? She just put no comment underneath it.
Where's that, Old Trafford?
Yeah. So you just put, this multi-faith room is not a multi-faith room whatsoever, but they know it. And it's like, again, I said, not here to take part, here to take over.
Well, again, it's this unholy alliance between the left and Islam. And again, for me, I genuinely believe it all me like heart that our movement so far, we started out being a football podcast, and where we're ending up, and obviously the guests we want to get on and platform and showcase is to get discussions going about what we can do. It's going to be like podcasts like this and us men like-minded being in conversation that kickstart this changing of the guard, like this defeatist attitude that this country and the things that are great about this country aren't worth fighting for, when I believe fundamentally they absolutely are. And I believe so many people, have given so much over a long period to keep it going that we have a duty of care. Certainly us young lads with energy, and we've got kids in the world that we want to make sure that we create a platform for them that gives them a fantastic opportunity to get the best out of what this country can be when it's functioning correctly. At the minute, we all have to accept that it has gone batshit crazy.
That's gone, but that's, you're right in saying we're doing this to create awareness that, listen, the batshit crazy world we live in doesn't have to be that crazy in the future for our kids. We're going to make it some kind of normality for our kids growing up. We don't want them living in a world where they can't say boo to a goose. They're scared to walk down the street or look at someone differently, or they're going to be scared to get hairy aped in the public toilets. We want to make a bit of normality for our kids. Everything, if it's not for us right now, for our kids and our kids' future.
How far is it going to get before it starts?
I think it's come back a little. It's come back a little bit, but
really,
people like this U party are not doing it any favours because they're just making it fucking worse.
My party,
your party, they them party,
our party.
Oh. Well, I'm saying here, look, if you've been watching, I mean, for us, now's the time to commit. Obviously, you don't watch Britain change. Come and be part of the movement that changes Britain. Like, we obviously believe that there's a reason that this is happening, and we believe that Britain, she can come back to it's not going to be the version of Britain that has been in the past. It's obviously a modern version of that, and AI and all the stuff that's happening. It's going to change the world. Now, if we just accept, it's done, and let's all get off, and don't think for one moment that hasn't crossed my mind to go get off to Dubai, tax haven, earn your money there, and don't pay anywhere near the contribution that you'd have to pay here, or get off, to other countries that, when you're a multi-millionaire, no doubt would be really open to you going there. But I go, no, our forefathers have dug in and fought in foreign lands, under the most intense of pressure that there possibly can be, where there's fucking muck and bullets and artillery shells landing all around you, and dug in and fucking got the job done to protect this country and the values of this country. And just because these boomers have come along and they've had all these mad socialist utopian ideas in the aftermath of the Second World War that have failed, and just because now we've got a lot of people who are either first or second generation immigrants who have come from far-flung parts of the Commonwealth or the Empire and decided that they're going to seek some kind of retribution and some kind of social justice by destroying this country and the institutions that have made this country great, then, we should just roll over and have our bellies tickled. And I still genuinely believe, and it is people I interact with all the time. I walk around, and I know not everybody can be really vocal about supporting us, certainly over the journey we've been on. And we're seeing the needle flip now in terms of people wanting to work with us, people want to sponsor the shows. And obviously we've got to be very mindful that we set up not to be like that. We set up to remain independent from, I've had political overtures, parties trying to, feel the landscape out to see where they am. Obviously, commercial opportunities, and, for us, it's been steering away from that, mainly to protect our integrity so that we can say what we want when we want. Even in terms of changing studio, people don't realise the political pressure we've been under just for operating where we've been operating, and the pressure that not only we've been under, but people who we were working with have been under to not host our show, not host our podcast. Now, if we were mentally ill and if we were not making any impact, they'd have just left us shouting at clouds in that space. The fact that they're not, and the fact that they're going to the levels they're going to suppress what we're doing, says that we're on the right track, and the more worried about the influence we have and what we're going to do with that influence. Now, no matter what comes up in the next period, the influence we've got will be utilised towards making this country a better version of itself than what we currently find it today. And I think our mission, you know, sometimes it has been maybe a little bit blunt and a bit misguided, but our mission has always been to make things better, you know, to call out some of the absurdities we see in society. And again, people don't like it when you do that. You can't do that sometimes in a really nice, fluffy kind of way. Sometimes the only way you can do it is by kicking someone square in the balls.
Yeah.
Or you know, metaphorically, of course. And, you know, for us, this is where we need you. We need you now to subscribe. We need it because what comes next doesn't happen without you. I've wrote that down on the board there. Without you getting behind us, without you with that backing, you know, there's been times when we found it hard and you're like, oh, but then, you know, because you've built an audience, we've built a platform, you have a duty of care. You know, we're building this community. And, you know, social media for me now has absolutely changed. I just don't use social media the way I did before. You know, the Telegram group for me is a massive outlet because I know I can say things in there and do things in there that would probably lead to a SWAT team crashing through my windows. You know, and also, you know, you need to just bounce ideas out to go, what he's thinking here, are you seeing this? And again, also, other people aren't scared to make you aware of stuff that they're seeing that they maybe wouldn't post on some social media sites for fear of the ramifications, what happens.
That's what that's there for. That's what the Telegram's there for, to people to vent their frustrations and say what they want without fear of MI5 knocking on your door.
Well, that's the thing. Some people, for me, feel like Britain is finished. Like, I don't. And I think I can, you know, might be speaking for you here, but I don't think we do.
No, it's not finished.
God wouldn't be doing this if we did.
It's not finished. It's broken, but it's not finished.
It's definitely broken. Yeah.
Oh, well, and again, you know, I've gone through the fantasy of do I take, you know, I've seen, you know, there's other people. I've seen Rio and a few others have moved away and that, and I go, and I'm like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. And, you know, you fantasize about it because obviously the weather and lifestyle, and you go, no, there's too much here. Family and friends and community and relationships you've built over your life journey.
Yeah.
And you go, for what? Like,
to give it all up, start again somewhere else.
Well, again, if stronger people like us start to run, then what chance of everybody else? You can't expect something to change and then not be part of the people willing to change it.
Yeah.
And again, if this nation's going to be rebuilt, like, it starts in rooms like this with people like us. That's how I see it. Like, I don't think it's going to be from the political class. I don't think it's...
No, that's too politicised.
We've trusted all parts of them, and I think genuinely believe here with my core that Tories are done for. Like, and I actually quite like Kemi Badenoch. I don't mind her as an individual. I think she's a decent person. But the Tory parties, after what they've done when they've been in power, are cooked.
Yeah.
And Labour, what they've done in their short tenure, what is it, 16 months or something? Rachel Reeves was saying on Laura Kassenberg the other day, they're fucked. They're never getting in again. You know, talking here, like, and I don't know what the ramifications of this are. I wanted to ask you because I know you're quite financially savvy, allegedly.
Someone has actually been very interested in what Cambo's
job is. Yeah,
after why is
that? Career has led him to be in the co-anchor in the Common Sense podcast.
Yeah, I'm secret agent, so the less you know, the less Pollard know. So it's.
I said you're our DEI
hire. Go on, what's you saying?
Well, saying Starmer and Reeves, obviously in the news this week because the budget has come out, and they said, is it OKR? OBR, which is the what is the OBR?
It is the. You're going to come in the spot now, isn't it?
So he's meant to be an accountant, a financial whiz kid.
The OBR is the...
Ordinance or something.
Oh yeah, you're going to...
Just Google it so you don't make a fool of yourself. OBR. But they said there's the OBR
Office
or whatever.
Office
of Budget Responsibility, which is independent of political...
Yeah, they report their independent findings to the Treasury.
So they've come out, Starmer and Reeves, because Starmer must have signed off as the PM, Reeves the Chancellor of the Exchequer, and said... there's a 20 billion black hole.
Correct.
And then the
OBR have now said,
no, it's not.
No, we're actually 4 billion in the black. So it's so basically saying she's lying. But now the chairman of the chairman of the OBR has resigned today.
Yeah, seen that. Yeah.
So the chairman of the OBR is the chairman or the chancellor? What did they call him?
Yeah, chairman. Well,
no, the
chairperson.
The chancellor. But to be fair to what happened in the budget last week, I was watching it live. It came out on the OBR's website live half an hour before Rachel Reeves said boo.
I seen her sitting in Parliament and it looked like she was reading a budget coming out before she put it
past the phone and they gone, shit, the budget's out. So it had been leaked online already. Yeah, so I read the budget and I was like, oh my God, I've read the budget before she even said a word. Basically, the budget was a load of noise, which is
was that done to completely undermine her?
Possibly. I don't think that was. There's no, because for something like that to be posted, there's not just one person involved. There's a few people involved in posting the budget online. So it's not like one person's pressed the button. It's a few people involved in that.
Well, that points to let's undermine her further so we get her out.
Yeah.
Again, I seen there was a girl, I can't remember her name, but she was on arguing that it's been unfair on Reeves, you know, Rachel from accounts tag, that was the moniker that she was given.
She's a liar. That's why.
And then she went, and then the people who were arguing with her went through and was like, every single chancellor who's been in has had something said about them, from Gordon Brown to whoever it was. He named about 6 and went, that's what they used to call him, that's what they used to call her. And the reality of it was, the girl who was arguing, I have to get her up, I can't think, Josh might, somebody's get her name up. She was arguing on one of the talk shows saying, no, this is because she's a woman. She was trying to make it like...
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to get her name up for me, just don't want to bastardise what she said. But it's like, no. Like, she is... Let's be honest, there's a lot of discrepancies about, or there was a lot of allegations about discrepancies on a CV.
Yeah, that's putting it kind.
Well... I'm trying to put it, as kindly as I can, and also that's where the Rachel from accounts thing came from, and also since she's been in, and I do feel sorry for her because I think she's way in over her head, and also I think they've thrown her to the wolves.
Well, she was crying in Parliament, was she, that time? So it's like that doesn't show any kind of. If I'm thinking you're the Chancellor and you're meant to be like putting this country forward in terms of spend, and you holding the purse strings, and you're sitting in Parliament crying.
But again, when I think of big bankers and big finance, right, and I think, how is she going to crack the whip on? Because one of our biggest exports is, the financial district. If anything, Tucker Carlson and Piers Morgan were arguing, and Tucker was saying to Piers, look, all you've really got is the banking sector. Like, you don't really make anything anymore. Your steel industry's gone, etc. So I cannot see Rachel Reeves going into a room and commanding respect from, those kind of Wolf of Wall Street types. That's what I'm thinking. Going like, they're going to be like, she's crying in Parliament. Like, we ain't playing their game.
Yeah, no,
she ain't
you're
dictating to us. Those big financiers. When you think, Epstein's of the world, who were big in that kind of finance thing, they ain't going to fucking allow her to dictate policy.
They're not even going to take notice of it.
Well, again, I don't even think when I look at it, I think they've killed her in terms of she's been set up to fail. Similar to Liz Truss in terms of, let's put them in and let's just watch as they just sink further.
Well, sure, they got undermined straight away with the with the council tax thing. So she initially said the council tax was going to be increased. You're going to get a charge if your house is worth 1.5 million, and then I was like, nah, you're not putting that in because mine's worth 1.5 million. So there was loads of them coming back to us and said, nah, get that out now, put it to 2 million. So they'll to take their house out that bracket. So she had to put it up to 2 million to make sure all the cronies didn't get charged the extra. So she's been undermined straight away there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how she continues. I think certainly now that I think the Telegraph ran with the finger of that Starman was aware of this and lied about it, and obviously Reeves has lied about the deficit with the OBR. So I mean, this is the thing we were talking on Friday about how much Labour have promised, and every faction from the farmers to the waspy women, everyone, the winter fuel allowance, everyone who they've let down. And again, how many more times can you be caught with mistruths? The problem becoming the Ministry of Misinformation or the House of Lies, as someone was calling them.
They make it worse because they done like a U-turn on the heating allowance. But that's not undone any of the problems for them. It's made it worse, even saying, actually, you should have done it in the first place. So why have you undone it Now no one likes you. No one's gonna. Oh, great! Haven't they reversed the heating allowance the pensioners? But you done it in the first place. So
it's like punching someone in the face and then apologising and then there's a bit of ice for your black eye.
Isn't he great for not punching me in the face?
No, he's come out and give me a cloth with some ice for the eye, isn't he? Lovely him because he's helped me heal me black eye.
I don't know who's pulling the strings, but I mean,
the other thing about the Your Party conference, I must go on about it further, was Jeremy Corbyn, as I say, who thinks a decent bloke, even though he is a bit of a crackpot. He was confronted outside by a rabble of comrades, of his own comrades from Your Party, who were having a pop at him for not being anti-Zionist enough. Like, if you know anything about Corbyn, he's kind of spent his life being like anti the Jewish state and anti-Zionist, as you would call it. You know, people who wanted.
He's been labelled as like the friend of Hamas, hasn't he? So
that's it. And they were having a go at him, saying he's not anti-Zionist enough, and he's having to stand there and say, have you not followed my life?
Don't you know who I am?
So this is the thing about this mad party, and again another one who was there, Owen Jones.
Oh yeah, he's weird.
Owen Jones was there, and Owen Jones done an interview, and I've met Owen. When I did my book launch for the Sports Book of the Year Awards, best in category winner, no nonsense, Joey Barton. Owen Jones, when I did the Cheltenham Literary Festival, because you have to pick a few ones that you do, and obviously being a big hitter, I could get me pick of them all, whichever Oscars I want to go to. And I ended up doing the Cheltenham Literary Festival, and Owen Jones interviewed me, and he was a bit of a strange cat in terms of, you know, he looked like he needed a couple of roast dinners. He's obviously an uphill gardener, isn't he? Not that, you know, he doesn't come across that way. He's not like overtly camp. But he's a gay man who's obviously off the left. Mm-hmm. So when I seen him pop, writes and Substacks, and he's quite an independent journalist now, very, you know, anti-Israel and what's gone on, and been really vocal about lots of things. And, you know, I don't mind Owen because he's got a strong opinion. But when I seen him rock up at this conference, I'm kind of like, are you there in I'm one of the comrades capacity, or are you there as a journalist capacity?
Yeah.
And he kind of he sat down, done an interview with somebody. And it reminded me of somebody going in on a prison visit. You know, when you go in and see someone in prison, he was dressed accordingly in terms like a grey jumper. And then he just came out with the most monumentous word salad I've heard since Kamala Harris. He actually sat there and spoke for like 2.5-3 minutes and didn't actually say anything about whether he was in with them or whether he wasn't in with them. He just kind of said loads of words in around it, classic word salad. And I thought, oh my God, it was the first thing you could see. You know, when you can just see someone as they're getting spoken to and they're like, oh, the penny's dropping.
Yeah.
That you're in the wrong camp here, that you've made an incorrect decision and you've just joined yourself into the, what did they call it before? The Gaza LGBTQ Rooftop Diving Association. You've just realised you have joined without knowing you've joined it. And again, for me, this is the problem. It's all a reaction to what is going on and the fear that is currently running rampant through political circles about Nigel Farage and reform getting traction. I've seen a lot of people insinuating that Trump's going to throw his full weight behind Farage. Obviously, the BBC hit campaign we've seen was interesting. Me and Noel were talking on Friday. I don't know whether you've seen this, about the whistleblower coming out saying when he's gone and done BBC shows, Farage, the makeup artists have been putting bodily fluids.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
You know, not only saliva but other stuff onto him, which I think is really, really bad.
Outrageous. But
and then we were talking about last week the guy from the school playground 53 years ago who said Farage was saying all the Jews should be burnt or whatever he was meant to have said on the playground, allegedly saying all mad stuff about being anti-Semite as a young person. And then it's come out this week that the fella is a film director or a film writer, director, that has, lo and behold, done work for, have a guess?
I was going to say,
go on.
Have a guess. BBC?
The BBC, the Brainwashing Corporation.
Behind everything,
so not only has he got an incredible memory like a fucking elephant, because from 50, you remember what someone said on the school playground 53 years ago, verbatim. Oh, he's weirdly worked for the BBC. Well, why didn't you tell us that? Why didn't you say you have employed him in the past? Because all of a sudden that puts a different slant on it because you go, this fella could be slightly biased here. This mightn't be an impartial opinion off the school playground. And again, many times I can't say this anymore, I cannot bear Nigel Farage. I don't like him. I just
don't trust him.
I think, I definitely don't trust him. I think he runs with the ears and he runs with the hounds. And for me, a leader can't do that. A leader needs to be somebody who you know exactly where they stand, you know exactly what they stand for, and you know if you get behind them, that they're not going to change course because they can enrich themselves during the course of the journey. That if they say, we're going over the top and this is where we're going, that halfway through, someone hasn't gone to them, send them over the top and I'll give you a nice little Bunsen burner here and you can enrich yourself by coming working and doing a conference for Morgan Stanley in 2 years' time.
Well, that's why I like Rupert Lowe, because he donates his wage. He gives his wage away for his MP wage to charity, doesn't he? So he's not got any kind of not financial gain, but he hasn't got no financial motive to be that. But I think Farage has. I think Farage has dipped his bread in the grave.
I don't know whether you've seen this the weekend. I don't know what the noise was about it or where the noise was coming from, but there was rumours in the rumour mill that Rupert Lowe could be getting lined up to go and lead the Conservative Party.
I've seen that. I can't see it. I heard that yet, but I can't see it.
I mean, as I say, I don't mind Kemi Badenoch, but I don't think that the pickle that the Tories are in after the Boris Johnson debacle, Rishi Sunak debacle. We've seen Privy Patel out with Netanyahu, which was a fucking weird thing for, somebody who was she a Home Secretary? Was she our Home Secretary, Patel? Just
Priti
Google
Patel,
Privy Patel. You got your computer there?
Yeah, Priti Patel was, yeah.
She's done a tour or a sit down with Benjamin Netanyahu. So it's like there's so many strange factions going on in British politics at the minute. I'd be disappointed if Rupert went and became a Tory, because it would obviously
he needs to distance himself from that as much as he can.
Yeah, I think it'd be a mess for him, because I do think he's a genuinely decent bloke who wants to do the right thing. The problem is, our politics at the minute in this country is fractured, and this is why we say, Britain, you think it's finished. It's not. It's just getting started if you think about it. Because for the first time in a general election, the next time it comes, Labour and Tory are going to be on the back foot. Yeah. And this is what Morrissey wrote about in Irish Blood, English Art. What did he say? I can't wait till Britain is sick to death of Labour and Tory and spit upon the name all over Cromwell and denounce this royal line that still salutes him. Now, I don't know where the royal sit in the lexicon of people, where people have got the royal family at the minute, but I do know that Charles and Camilla will nowhere near be as popular as what Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip were, and also highly likely to not be as popular as what King William and Queen Kate would be.
No, 100%.
Now, if there's not a passing over, and if there's a World War III, which, let's be honest, speaking about it, the Germans were prepping for it. I've then read this week, the UK has plans for military conscription, all right? I didn't know this because I've seen Ant Middleton talking about it, because he's been in court this week because the MOD have gone after him over something he said, which is trying to handicap him for the Mayor of London race. But they're saying conscription's in the UK, and then everyone's going back to it saying, and the photograph they used was, believe it or not, a load of white soldiers all dressed in uniform, and then people were putting underneath, are you gonna, when you send out the forms, is it going to be in 42 different languages like every other application form is for certain things? No, they also said, is it going to be the same recruitment criteria for that you've got in all other institutions, where you go, oh sorry, we don't want any people with white skin pigmentation for this one.
Just the others, please. Yeah.
Well, when we recruiting for World War III and military conscription, are we going to have the same
DI policies,
same criteria that we have to match? And also, as I say to you, if they're going back historically, as they have been, and they're prosecuting former soldiers, I only know this because one of my great mates is a veteran of the Falklands. They were brought in under questioning for what went on down in the Falklands with the Argentinian soldiers. We've seen the SAS, John McAleese, only last week saying about the SAS suing the government because of what went on in Northern Ireland and the SAS. And again, a mate of mine who was in the SBS has texted me an article today talking about, that there's a senior whistleblower come out saying about war crimes in Afghanistan. That reaches right back in. I think it was in the Independent today. So we are asking for people to sign up for the military and come and risk your life against maybe Russia or whoever it is, China. And also, but if you're successful and you do manage to do a bit of killing on our behalf in the war zone, well, in 20 odd years, your door might go through. We might be asking, what have we done that for? Or what? So it's like, and also, not only that, well, if you come back and you can't get out, you're getting lashed, you have to have a tent, and the people who you're fighting against, well, we'll put them up in 5-star accommodation.
How we treat our veterans today should be a deterrent for anyone.
Well, this is what they were saying. They were saying, how many people do you think could sign up to fight? I'll tell you exactly how many now. 0.
None.
Why? For what? What are you going to go and risk your life for? And PTSD and no support, and then you're out homeless on the street, or they're trying to nick you for being successful. For what? Yeah. So that the Your Party or the Gaza LGBT Rooftop Diving Association Party, who have got in now in the future, can come in and put you all in jail for the stuff that you got sent by the government to do, or you got sent by the military to do because of your military service. It's absolutely batshit crazy.
Do you think that's why the Russians are flexing the muscles in the submarines?
The Russians are just laughing at us.
Think we might as well have a pop.
The Russians are just laughing at us, going, use a fucking gang of women.
Well, the problem we've got is, if for instance, right, Trump carries on, because we seen with the guy who spoke in front of Lammy, the US ambassador, was it Warren Stevens, saying Britain free speech. They're obviously, there are obviously close links between Farage and Trump here. For Trump and Farage. Farage has done a lot of ass kissing, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
And obviously Trump's frustrated about what's going on, and obviously they're after shaking the snow globe of the UK. Now, if there is a separation between the two, and the strategic partnership is no longer at the level it once was, then what's to stop Russia? What's to stop China? What if we don't have American firepower?
Yeah.
All right. NATO's already shown in the Ukraine that it cannot. If the Yanks pull out of Ukraine, NATO will not be able to hold that front against the Russians. So it's only NATO with American backing that has the technology.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for us, we have got to, as fast as we can, get this current government out, because I don't think these people have got Britain's best interest. I think the World Economic Forum, I think they serve Davos and Klaus Schwab and George Soros and all the NGOs that are intertwined with that before they serve, the British people and the working class people of Britain, or the working people of Britain. They want to attack people's pensions and savings and housing and everything they can do to fucking undermine, Keir Starmer is, and again, it was Peter Hitchens who said this. Starmer is that much of a radical, right? That he said in interviews that if one of his family members was really ill, that he wouldn't go private. And they were saying, no, he genuinely believes that. He wouldn't jump on the list. He would wait it out on the NHS. And also, he believes that these people are not, they know that the game is up. They know that this is the last iteration of the Labour Party, that it's over. And all they're doing now is managing all of their exit strategies. So everybody in power at the minute in Labour in Labour knows this is the last Labour government we are going to have for a long period of time. The Tories already know that. And what they're doing is that they're making provisions to go, right, well, I need to go and get a few jobs working for them and them. So they're cutting all kinds of deals now to make sure that they themselves as the sovereign individual is protected into the future. They give up on the country.
Right, game's kicking off here. Just before we get into the next chapter.
That's a good banner that he's got in it.
If you're, I'd like you to try and pronounce his name, Joe.
I might go for a little gypsy's kiss.
Go ahead, get in there, lad.
Have you been paying much attention to the champ?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I mean,
what's your thoughts on this game?
I think Birmingham turned a little bit of a corner. Watford are the weirdest team ever. Watford,
coupon busters.
Yeah, I couldn't call Watford. I do think he's a good manager. The lad who's got them, Javi Garcia. I do think he's a decent manager. But Watford as a football club is probably the ultimate basket case, isn't it? Just when when they had a good side, they had good managers, they just seem to get rid of them, or they just seem to... They're almost like a self-immolating football club. Every time they have something decent, they tend to blow it up. I mean, I think the Tom Cleverley appointment was disastrous because I don't think Tom's a good manager. I think he's been given far too many opportunities. Hence, he's shit in the bed at Plymouth at the minute. Plymouth got beat 3-0 by Kevin Holland's Northampton, and I don't know how long Tom can keep going on. He's clearly not a manager, clearly out of his depth. And the longer and longer it goes on, the longer and longer I feel that, English coaches keep getting let down. Like, this is the problem with people who've got half decent names who actually haven't got a clue what they're doing. Like, we've seen loads of them, and I could be here naming loads of names, and they just don't have a clue. And then there's people like us who've actually, when you think about the job I done, I almost put Fleetwood Town in the Championship. Just think about that. Look at League One now. I look at League One now and I go, oh my God, I'd be top of the league. If you give me any half-decent side, I'd be top of the league. Then you've got the other basket case of the club I manage, Bristol Rovers, who have lost 8 on the spin now. They got beat by 10 men Notts County at the weekend who had 1 shot on target. Bristol Rovers was an absolute basket case of a club, and we got them promoted at first attempt. Obviously, 7-0 on the last day of the season. We caused a massive tremor around the globe. That was reported on the news in New Zealand. That
Was it?
Was, yeah. People sent me footage of it. Like, because who wins 7-0 to get? We were in the top 3 for 2 minutes or 5 minutes or something, and it was the 5 minutes that mattered. But also, you'd have to turn round. I was laughing because Cootsy texted me yesterday, Paul Coots, who was my captain. Obviously, what the fuck's going on at Bristol Rovers, and I spoke to Weil, the old owner, and he, we were like, fucking hell, I'm like, I made up you got out there, boss, because I did say to him, get out as this club, do not be working with these fellas, because they're absolute buffoons, and that transpired. Yeah, got beat again by 10 men, Notts County at home. They had a man sent off after.
It was a late goal. I was keeping an eye on it.
Well,
because we were talking about Friday.
Oh my God, is that it?
No, wide.
And I was going to back against them, but I didn't.
It's a strange one in terms of... you go, it can't get worse. But when I look at the fixtures the other day, they were kind of the Notts County game. I'm going, you kind of need to win that because they've got some tricky games coming up. And everyone, Darryl Clark's a decent bloke. Darryl, I don't mind. Darryl, he's had some tragedy in his life as well. But like people going, oh, we've got to give him time. It's his team. He signed most of the players there. He's handcuffed a little bit because the nonsense that's gone before with Calderon or whatever, because he was a disaster. And then obviously Lister had a Red Dwarf, fucking Matt Taylor. That nugget was another one who wasted a load of money. But also, that's what happens when you put weak managers in who bow down to, obviously, the owner's son. The reason I'm not in a job is I was like, fuck off you fucking idiots, get a fuck. I mean, I'm just gutted I never resigned a couple of weeks before, but then the other side of that is I wouldn't have got paid up had I resigned. So it was like a bit of a double-edged sword. But then when you look at, he's wasted all the hard work we've done. It's not just me, by the way, Eddie Jennings, all the players are signed, Paul Coots, Sam Finley, etc. were massive in the dressing room. The Shaw brothers, they were massive in terms of the off-the-pitch stuff. Tom Gorringe, who's now at Swansea, came in, he was in there. Chris Gibson and Andy Griff, who came in and worked with us. I could be here naming loads of people. Like, everyone thinks, oh, I've just gone. Mangy and the staff, and like Tony Warner, and like we had some incredible lads there who I couldn't have done it on my own. I would have been fucked on my own. But them lads, all of us at different junctions, picked the slack up, and it was a massive effort from everybody to fucking turn the club round. By the way, we had to get rid of, I reckon we got rid of about 60 fucking people from that club, players and staff. That's how many people needed to go, because the rot was and the cancer was rampant. I mean, the fact that we got promoted the next year was incredible. It was an incredible finish, and everyone goes, oh, they got lucky with Elliot Anderson. By the way, we did. You make your own luck in our game. Now, we got lucky, but also people forget we already had Anthony Evans, Aaron Collins, Sam Finley, Connor Taylor. We also signed James Conley in that window, but good takes with Paul Coots, and again Harry Anderson, who's doing well at Colchester now. We took the right lads, and I'm sorry if I've missed any of your names out there or I haven't name checked you, because I could be here naming loads of you. But it's not just one or two people. Now I look at it now and I'm going, they're gonna, the 2 points now outside the drop zone to go out the league, and I called it on the show. I said they got to be careful they don't go and go again. Now, the reality of it is, it's a fucking, once you're on a slippery slope like that, it's hard. Now, what do? They've sacked 4 managers, some will say 5, if you include Mang, since I left. So that costs you money. Now, they've also already shown their hand in the last market that they're taking free transfers and shite loans. So they've done the bollocks in, and they're not prepared to put any more in, so they're hemorrhaging money. And I know the figures, I don't want to out them for the figures, but I know they must have done about 20 odd million in.
Wow.
At least at this point,
Loss
easy.
And
also
paying off staff.
in that league.
not only that, buying players, paying off staff,
That's
paying
massive.
wages now, and also they've got nothing.
Yeah.
If you look at the club now, you go, right, all the players are, sorry lads, but you're just shite. Like, you've got a couple of half-decent players in there, couple of half-decent lads, but you've got nowhere near enough firepower to get out of division. They're more, I'm actually worried, I still think they've got enough to stay up, but it's going to be touch and go because the club off the pitch is a farce. The culture's gone. The dressing room, I'm hearing the dressing room's socks up. Well, I know it is because I've got people from inside the dressing room who contact me. You know, people from in and around the place who still contact you. So, and they're like, oh my God, you can't imagine what this is like. And also the standards. Now, Darryl Clark's a decent manager, right? But I'll level with you, Darryl Clark's not a good enough manager to get them out of the mess they're in, because that needs not a manager. You don't need a manager there. You need a fucking squad of lads who go above and beyond that, take a lot of the work off the manager. Now, I'm not sure Darryl's got the credibility with them owners to get that group around him. I was lucky. Weil gave me carte blanche to fucking rip the whole thing up because he realised it was a farce.
Yeah.
And, you know, even the CEO, we sacked the CEO, we sacked the director of football because they were imposters. Absolute. And one of them's managing Aldershot, who were fucking about to go out of the conference. You know, that's why I was back in York City at the weekend, because Tommy the Tit, who's a fucking absolute imbecile, lying bastard, compulsive liar, was the director of football who sacked 2 managers and stepped in as caretaker manager twice. When have you ever seen that? Sporting director of footy, sack a manager and take the job? Doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen unless you want to be the manager. And then when he eventually got sacked for getting caught being a snake by texting somebody, I told you he texted somebody else and he'd end up texting the owner.
Yeah.
So the owner then realised he was a fucking snake.
He's a rat.
Fired him. Well, then he went and took a managerial job. So what kind of sporting director or director of football, head of recruitment, whatever you want to call him, goes as his next job as the manager, unless he doesn't want to be the manager?
Yeah.
So what that man was doing, in my opinion, was trying to ruin the club so that people went, go on, you take the job then, and then he came like a knight in shining armour, because that's what he wanted done. Because he's a maggot, he didn't have the thing to say, hey, actually, I want to be a manager here, I don't want to be. He was trying to do it in a nefarious way, in my opinion.
He was trying to undermine a manager.
And then we had a CEO.
Come in as the saviour.
We had a CEO who was popped, and when he got popped, allegedly, well, not allegedly, I know, he had 600 unpaid invoices. So what's he, and also thousands, 10,000 or something, unread emails when they got his computer off. He was your CEO. So it's like, and then, you know, people forget that. The wars I had to go through to get rid of those type of people. Like, I had to go to war with everybody, and I outed Tisdale and said, listen, if these were doctors, they'd be struck off, because I watched the training sessions back. Tisdale, where's he now? Head of recruitment for Celtic.
Yeah.
What? It's no coincidence that Celtic are up fucking shit creek without a paddle, and the fans are militant and about to kick off there.
Yeah.
And this is the madness of our game. People keep failing up. This is why I'm convinced, if you've got money in a footy club now, get out.
Yeah.
I feel like Peter Hitchens here. Sell up, get out, because the Dutch tulip market is about to burst. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen next week, but as I said to you, if you've got money in an English Football League club, right, and you're now hemorrhaging money, get out of it with any profit you can. If you're outside of the Championship, if you're in League 1 or League 2 and someone offers you profit for your club, sell it and get out, because there's a tsunami coming in the next period, in the next 5 or 6 years, that's going to fucking wash over this game. By the way, if you've got a Premier League club, in the next fucking 10 years, if you can get a profit for it, sell it and get out, because that's coming down the track to you, because the European Super League is going to fucking blow the game up.
There was a lot
Unless you're
of...
the top 6,
There's a lot of people in the chat who were saying how good of a job he done at Bristol and Fleetwood, to be honest.
The thing is, because we didn't get the job done at Fleetwood, in terms of COVID stopped us for 3 months, and then when we came back, we had a couple of lads and we just lost their momentum. If the league didn't stop for COVID, we would have got promoted automatically. Telling you, I've been in enough teams who've chased promotion, and you know when you've got that centre blood. As I knew with the Bristol Rovers crew, we were going, oh my God, we're going to run out of games. We're going to have to do it via the playoffs. And as it was, we fucking
backdoor.
We worked a miracle, didn't we? Obviously, there's the picture there. Show it to the camera now. There's the picture there. There's the moment there.
Can you give us 5 managers who are doing well, who are actually, when you say there's a lot of people failing upwards, but can you give us 5 examples of managers who are actually doing a great job?
Right, there's the picture. You can bang that back, and I'll also show you something. 1 sec. Which is a bit of a thingy. We've also got for you. Can you see that? You got it on the camera there?
Yeah, sit down where you are.
Sorry, mate. That's obviously that picture you see in there. That's the shirt. Elliot give Cassius his shirt. So that's the shirt. Elliot scored the goal in. And there's the medal.
That yours?
Yeah, I didn't play, did I? So all my medals, like, start where they are.
Joey's the Donald Trump of football managers.
So but, it's not that. Look, I'm telling you, it's like who's a good manager in terms of where in the football league. Who's a good manager?
I've just asked there. Can you? There are a lot. Like we've mentioned.
There's a few.
We've gone through a few.
I reckon Frank Lampard's doing very well.
Frank is, yeah. I'll give it. But
give us 5 managers now in the football league who are doing a good job.
Who's doing a good job?
You've got to give Challoner a shout at Stockport.
Charles done great, yeah. Chal and Illy have done great there. I mean, they were poor at the weekend. I had them in my coupon, didn't I? They were poor at the weekend, but they've done a great job there, rising through. You'd have to say Phil Parton at Wrexham. I know they've had a load of money to spend, but you've still got to manage that. You've still got to do
it, yeah.
But again, when I look at that, I go, their style of football and the way they play football is limited. It's like Moyes, and I'm going to get on to Everton in a bit, but it's I think they can only go so far. Like, I don't think, with the greatest respect to them, I don't think they've got like a massive flex in them. I'll tell you who has done well is Leroy Rosinia's lad, Liam Rosinia in Strasbourg. Done well. Yeah. He was doing well at Hull. Felt he was unfairly sacked. Yeah. By the way, the Bosnian lad in Hull's doing a good job.
Yeah, Hull are going well. Weekend.
Who else
Mark
do I like?
Robbins is getting a shout in
Mark Robbins is a great... Mark's done a great job at Coventry. Done a great job. Coventry were really good. And him and his assistants are good. I coach against them quite a bit. He's done a great job. Yeah. And he's done brilliant at Stoke. They've done a good job, to be fair.
I know his dad, him.
Who's that? I just have to look at the league. Yeah, let me just look at the leagues 1 second, because I can't.
So you've got Cardiff.
No, it's, Brian Barry Murphy, who was at Rochdale, plays footy loads over football, went to City, and they think, he's doing all right at Cardiff, but Cardiff should do well in League One.
Yeah. Leyton Orient.
Richie's done a good job there. Yeah, Richie has, to be fair. Eddie Ayrne and Barry Ayrne backing him. Let me just have a look here, lad, and I'll tell you.
So there is a good little cluster. I know there's
Michael
many
Duff's
managers.
doing well at Stevenage. He's, if you think like a younger version of Dicey Duffo, and he's obviously a bit similar, but obviously got his own little way of doing stuff. The lad at Stevenage has done well. Is it Alex Ravel at Stevenage, is it?
Is that who it is, yeah? The big striker.
Just trying to see, just see what the Stevenage are doing great. Graham Alexander at Bradford. I mean, that was a job I was interviewed for when I came out of Bristol, and they give it to Graham. I knew that was a big club, and by the way, Graham's done a good job there, but again, failed. Got sacked at Salford, been sacked at Fleetwood. Like, it's weird how it can be horses for courses. I'll tell you who else doing a good job. Johnny Jackson at AFC Wimbledon, done a good job, got promoted last year. They were going well. They were unlucky not to win at Huddersfield against Huddersfield at the weekend. Let me just drop into League 2 to see if there's any decent ones there.
Who's at Millwall now? They want to get on the weekend?
The lad at Matt Sadler at Walsall. They were unlucky. They flying at Walsall last year and then fell apart. And he's picked them back up and they're going well again. As I said to you, Swindon, Holloway. I think Holloway's a good manager. Massively underrated. Plays great footy. He
always has been, hasn't he?
And then Andy Woodman at Bromley's doing a great job. He was our old goalie coach at Newcastle Pardew's, mate. Great. He's done a great job at Bromley. Deserves probably a bigger shot. Let me look at the champ. I'll tell you who's done great. At Portsmouth, John Massinio. Done a great job at Pompey. Fucking, that was a basket case of a club. He's got them up and stabilised them in the champ. I have to give credit to Lampard, because as I say, I thought he was cooked after Everton.
I've seen the goal difference, by the way, already. Yeah. Seen it?
Hang on a sec. Another one who's done a good job. Paul Eckingbottom at Preston, done a good job. Eckie, he's obviously Sheffield United he went back to. They beat Sheffield at the weekend, done a good job there. Yeah, that's as much as I can say. Hang on, Alex Neil's done an alright job at Millwall as well.
Yeah.
Steady away. So, listen, there is some lads grafting out there, But also, there is still some Will Stills in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Someone literally just commented saying, will still get a job.
They will still be there.
They will
Do you
still
know what I mean?
be there,
Because he's fucking won 6 League Cups on fucking Champ, man.
Will he still get a job?
Would you beat him on Champ, man?
Will still get a
Don't know,
job.
lad. He's meant to be decent on Champ, man.
Footy
I
man.
played Champ, man, for a while, lad. Footy manager.
This
It's
is
now,
their
isn't it?
stream, not us. This is them, you know.
I'm not
No,
on the
it's not.
chat here, so I need to.
best to fire
Where's
it
your blower?
out. You're covering the lot. Should we get through the weekend's Prem games?
Where's your blower?
It's here. Do you want to bang it on? What am I on? I don't know what it's on.
Go on.
I'll come off Wi-Fi though, because I don't want to fucking interrupt.
Just tell everyone we are waiting on an upgrade for our Wi-Fi. It is in the
It's in
it's in the pipeline, so please bear with us. But no issues on the stream tonight. To be fair.
Do you want to get that on for me?
Yeah.
Give that to him. The weekend's games. Can they just start with Everton, who are my boyhood club, against one of my old clubs, the Toon, please? Can I just start with it? Because there's a couple of factions I need to talk about.
Go on.
All right. First and foremost, what I said to you about England not winning the World Cup is going to reign true, because as good as he is every now and again, and as many fucking good fucking mad camera saves he does,
Dinosaur
Pickford is shit.
Hmm?
Pickford is now being figured out. Oh, if you just do the old Lamb Ward corner, whip it, just cross it under the bar.
Under his arm, right under
This
him.
keeper's got no arms.
Yeah. Like little
Newcastle.
dinosaur arms, and he's like a T-Rex.
I mean, he makes a great save after like 15 seconds. It's a great save, which is brilliant shot stopper. But then I was going to whip the corner in on you. And by the way, he is all over the gaff, isn't he? So anyone watching or prepping for England, you go, right, England playing Harvey, T-Rex is in goal, no problem. Every corner's in swinger, and let's load.
Right on his skull.
Let's
Even
load
Walter
the
Mead's-
keeper.
Walter Mead's lob. Any tall cat gets that.
Nah,
Yeah,
it was a
He
tough
has-
one, that.
Pickford has 5 or
Just
6
in no man's
of
land,
those
isn't
games a season
But
where
he does-
he looks
but
like a fucking
To be fair to
Sunday
Pickford,
League goalie.
United he played very well.
Yeah, he has them. He has 5 or 6. He's better in more than he is worse. But I agree with Joe. When you go into the major tournament with him, as
He's
your number
gonna
one,
have
We
a
ain't winning.
Also-
By the way, our backline's not good enough. Our fucking backline's not good enough
he's
either.
playing against Newcastle in high pressure situations, obviously because the fans and all that. It's too much for his brain to fucking comprehend, and he just starts doing mad
Do you think
shit.
it's a Sunderland thing? But then again, he was excellent at Old Trafford.
He was very good at Old
Do you know what I mean?
Trafford. It's
But I'm just saying, he's like the tightest bramble of goalkeeping. He's going to cost you at some point. As good as he can be, you go, fucking hell, he's like the Old Trafford game, I'm going, do you know what, mate? And then I'm at the Newcastle game after the minute, I'm like, for fuck's sake, no, I'm not. Why did you even entertain that thought that he isn't as bad as you thought he was? I was starting to second guess me, and then I went, no, Joe, you're fucking absolutely fucking right again on it.
I did think
Newcastle.
I thought they were all right. I didn't think they like that. Just like every
Quicker,
live game
stronger,
I watch
bigger.
at Newcastle, that Bruno runs the show.
Quicker, stronger,
He's
bigger,
arguably the best
fast.
centre mid.
They were
in the
everything.
Premier
But
League.
also, big call from Eddie Howe, because he's bombed Nick Pope there and dressed it up as a groin injury, in my opinion.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because Pope was fucking all over the gaff for 2 goals. He's cost him a few.
At
In,
Marseille.
what was the one that dipped in front of him the other day that went in?
Bounced.
Yeah.
He's there's been a few, and he's got
Yeah.
Ramsdale. He's brought Ramsdale in, who's a bit more of a sweeper keeper and coming off the line, a bit
Yeah.
more aggressive from that starting position that Eddie will want to play. It
Pope's
gives
more
him
of a
the
shot stopper,
opportunity
isn't
to
he?
play a bit of a higher line.
Yeah,
And
I'd-
obviously Pope not in the squad, and Eddie diffused it by saying, "Oh, he felt his groin," but Pope's been given the fucking shepherds there.
I didn't even know Ramsdale played for Newcastle. Didn't know he'd signed. Was he a free agent? Was he?
No, it's a good
No.
take from them, to be fair.
Did he buy him?
Yeah.
They lost to
30 mil?
Bravka to Burnley.
Big money for him.
Lost
Yeah.
to Bravka to Burnley and
But
they
he's-
took him.
It's
But I
good,
think
it
they've
is-
took him to
he's a good
replace
number
Pope.
two. Yeah.
Pope's an old-fashioned goalie, isn't he?
He's an old-fashioned shot stopper, isn't he?
He's not great with his feet, as he
No, he's
just
shot
kicks
stopper.
along. He's a great
So
shot stopper,
awesome.
the big emu. I used to call him a big emu at Burnley. He was fucking
But,
some of the saves he made, unbelievable wingspan.
Yeah.
But the feet, as the modern goalie now, unfortunately,
He does look
Now,
like he's got 2 left feet.
for Newcastle at the time, he was the perfect keeper. He was almost like, as they moved the chains of the club and they become, as they moved into a Champions League spot quicker than they thought they ever were going to, they've kind of outgrown Nick Pope, because they now need the next level of keeper, which is a footballing goalie. Unfortunately now, as a goalie, you've got to be competent with your feet. If you're not, then
You're not getting a sniff in the Prem.
then unfortunately, you
But
fucking...
Pickford's good with his feet.
He's not, he just boots it dead
No,
far. He's
yeah,
not.
yeah, sorry.
He's just
Sorry,
not. He's
sorry,
not.
this-
He just boots it dead far.
That's such a rumour about Pickford.
Sometimes it's
He's confident with his feet. I wouldn't say he's good with them.
Yeah, Josh is right. He's confident with his feet,
He can kick it really
but
far.
he does sometimes just volley it for like fuck all
He
pace.
can kick it miles, yeah.
Really
But-
far.
yeah.
And he's not like a good footballer.
He's better than Pope as a footballer, though, isn't he? As a goalie, he's better footballer than
He's
Pope.
been-
He's confident.
confident,
He will
Pope
play.
isn't.
He'll wrap a few into midfield. Like
Yeah.
Right, like round the corners and that.
So I've been
Then
speaking
also-
to a few Evertonians, right, and I'm also at this conclusion now. The more I watched Everton the other day, obviously the Man United game, going down to 10 men, back to the wall. That Everton can do that, and I've watched Everton a number of times this season, right. Everton are going to have to sack Davy Moyes. Needs sacking.
I don't think he needs. I think he's got 80. Did he sign?
I think
He got left. Has he got another year after this?
No,
he signed a 2 year, didn't he?
I think we've got to sack. Hear me out, why, right? He's got to go because all we're going to do is play 4-5-1 or 5-4-1. That's it. He's never shown in his life any other iteration of that.
But he was broad.
Sunderland, West Ham, Man United, like Everton, both Preston, like that's steady hand on the tiller, right?
Yeah.
Now we're past that point now. He's done his job.
I thought, I agree with that.
And when I see him come out after the game and go, how can we compete with teams like this? I'm going, you played Monday night.
Yeah.
These have been out to France to play Marseille. All right? And then they've come back to play yours and fucking ran all over you.
That's nuts.
What the fuck are you on about? We're at home. What are you on about? You've signed this Barry up front. Like, you've signed these players.
Watching him, everyone's raving about him at the United games. He won a load of headers. With his feet, must be one of the worst strikers.
He's
I've ever watched in the Premier League.
He's like a big camel.
He's the weakest.
He looks like a camel.
Be careful, like, because you know what? You
Striker
can't criticise anybody who's got brown skin pigmentation at footy. Otherwise, they pile on. So you can't say.
What a player, great player, fantastic.
No, he's actually shit.
The only
he's young. He is young. He is very young.
No, but he's
the
shit.
Blues haven't got any white-skinned alternatives to play up front at the moment. So otherwise
You get them shit as well.
He is young, but I worry. I go, where's our youth academy? Where's the fabled Everton academy of talent that should be coming through? Your next Kadamati, your next Franny Jeffers, your next
academies don't exist. You don't get players like that anymore.
No, there's a kid coming through who's shit out at Everton. He's only 15. His name, what's his name? Diggio's lad. Carla's lad. What's his name?
Jay McEvely's
lad. Yeah,
he's a good player,
he's meant to be really good.
Well, the lad who's on loan, at Preston's meant to be doing really well. Harrison Armstrong.
He is. He looked
played
good.
A couple of games, didn't he?
He looked good.
He's a really good player, good attitude and all that. So
he
had a
looked
good size.
A couple of appearances last year.
But he's more of a Moyes player. He's more that number 10 running on than an older midfielder.
What about Dewsbury goal though?
He's a good player, isn't he? He's a good player.
He's got some quality.
You know what I mean? But again,
who's out there then to replace Moyes?
Well, again, this is what I'm going to get back to. Moyes has got to go, and I don't know whether you've seen it at the weekend. Crystal Palace manager has fucking put the for sale signs up in his interview. His interview after the game, he's basically said the club had an opportunity. First ever time Palace have been in Europe. Club had an opportunity to save or invest and push on at this point, and they've decided to save. Now, saying that out loud is basically saying to the rest of the footballing community, I want out of here.
I'm capped.
I've taken this fucking as far as I can go. They're going to sell Gay in January, and I want out. They've already sold Desert. He wants out. Now, I'm looking at it going, right,
is that to
we
Liverpool?
have got to... No, he's not Liverpool manager, lad. He is not Liverpool manager.
No, I don't think so.
He's not Liverpool manager.
No, I don't think so.
Liverpool couldn't take him. He is perfect for Everton. Everton need to get rid of David Moyes as soon as physically possible, which is probably January. And everything that Moyes is about, get rid of Moyes. Don't move him upstairs. No sentimentality. Bear in mind, he showed none when he fucking went to Man United. No sentimentality. Moisey, thanks. See you later.
Done a good job.
You can have loads of tickets and come back
ship.
and get a standing ovation. You've done a great job for us, steady in the till, to get us to the new stadium. And you sail off into the sunset with your dinosaur ideas, because nobody now wants to play 4-5-1, 5-4-1. And let's give Glasner, because I don't think he's a one-trick pony. I think his hands are tied at Palace with what they've got. And I think Everton, I know Palace are in Europe and just won the FA Cup, so Palace fans settle down. But Everton are a fucking well bigger club than you.
Yeah, they are.
Now, Glasner is going to want backing and a club that goes and wants to break into that top 7, top 8. Spurs are there for the taking. Thomas Frank shit in the bed. I don't think taking Iraola is an Everton take, because he plays a different style of footy, a 4-3-3, and Glasner's our man, because he's a better version with more to offer than Moyes. He's Moyes 2.0 for the 21st century.
Glasner got more strings to his bow.
And he wants out. He wants out.
Just navigating through the chat here, and a couple of people had suggested Glasner, Everton, but would he not? Is the Prem where everything's at the minute? Would he not go into Europe? Would he not?
No, because the money's here. And if we're not careful, Spurs are going to sack Thomas Frank, and Man United are going to sack Amarin. So if Spurs sack Frank or United sack Amarin, Glasner's the next man in the hot seat. right? In my opinion. So Everton have got to be quick here and go, caretaker Willie's got to go. Caretaker Willie's got to go. Got to be no sentimentality here. If we're genuinely wanting to be a fucking top thinking side again, Europe, we've had a nice little period there above Liverpool. It felt nice being above Liverpool for that period was lovely.
For a week.
Now, I want that all the time. Now, for us to get that all the time, caretaker Willie's got to go.
Well, wasn't that the original plan with Moyes to come in, steady the ship, do the transition from Goodison to Ildico, and then next one, see you later, get in a manager who can build a team. I thought that was the plan with Everton.
I still think that's how it's
so we've got to go then.
Well, if we don't, you're gonna miss out on Glasner. So my thing is Glasner. I've been thinking maybe the end of the season, let's see how we do, and he's going to want to see Palace in Europe, and then after this interview at the weekend, Glasner's gone for sale. He's just gone to everybody. I want out of here because I'm that good of a manager that I want backing in the market, and these have been fucking selling me best players. I've lost Eze, I've lost fucking, I nearly lost Gay. Like, I can't stay here. This is a selling club. We want to save money. I need to go to a club, and up the free toffees have just got to say, listen, cheers, Dave. Yeah. Thanks, like we did with Sam Allardyce. Thanks, Sam. See you later. We're going into the 21st century because Moyes isn't the man to take us there. David Moyes is not going to revolutionise his tactical plan. We're going to be very, very pragmatic, very, very conservative. Now, I'm not saying I'm not thankful of the job he's done, but what I am saying is, to fucking win in this game, you've got to be ruthless. And being ruthless here is getting rid of Moyes whilst Glasner's got the four sails up and saying, hey, Glasner, get yourself over here, pal. You can spend what you fucking want here, mate. We want you to take us and the Bramley Moore Space Stadium to the next fucking level.
Do you know, I'm going to give a big shout for the Managerial, but I think you're going to have to wait till after the World Cup. I think Pochettino, mate.
No, don't want him.
I reckon he'd be a good manager.
Don't want him.
Why not?
Shit at Chelsea. He's gone to manage the US nonsense Potters.
I think Pochettino's a good manager.
Yeah, but he's gone to manage international footy with the nonsense Pottery League, the soccer league. No. He's fucking give up. He went to PSG. Spurs, I would have had him. No, I don't want him. I want a manager who's doing it now, who's on the up. He's just won an FA Cup for Crystal Palace. He's got Crystal Palace. Should be in the Europa League, kicked into the conference for John Texera. He's clearly unhappy with what's going on. He is the man for me. I don't want anybody else. I don't want Iraola. It's too much. The players that Moyes has got there, this Glasner will take to the next level.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think with Glasner, when I listened to him talk about Palace, when he was saying, I think he was talking about, might have been Slot, when he was saying about there's more than one way to skin a cat. Basically, he's got more than one tactic up his sleeve, and that's what Everton needs, a manager, because they don't need a manager who's going to come in and stick to a formation and a structure and a system, which is just, right, that's us for now.
What shape has Moyes played every single game at Everton? Pretty much.
Yeah, he's played that.
His whole time. 4-5-1.
Yeah, he plays that.
It's dressed up as a 4-2-3-1. It's 4-5-1 without the ball.
Glasner's got, he's got a
and he might go to Man United if they're got the tails up and go 5-4-1.
But I also like the way Glasner's actually switched to a 4-4-2 sometimes when he needed to. He's switched. He's
a modern manager,
willing to switch it up, and he can see it on the pitch. I've seen watched Palace players a few times when something's happening with Liverpool and we're getting on top, and say over the left hand side or something, or where you see every attack's going down that one side and he's getting a bit of space. Switch it up. You say, right, you move positions, you change over there, 3 in the middle, you push across, double up on him, in game all the time. So that's what I like about Glasner. He's got it.
And what's Moyes change? I'll tell you what, I'm going to take off Dewsbury Hall. I'm going to take off, yeah, exactly. And I'm going to take off Dewsbury Hall, and I'm going to go Ida-Booman. Oh yeah, that's a big change. I'll tell you what I might do. I'm going to start Seamus Coleman because he played all right for Ireland. Seamus has got to come off. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Jake O'Brien back to right back. Like, you can if you're preparing for the Davy Moyes team, right? I can tell you what we're going to do, and I can tell you how he's going to change it if it's not going for him. His goose is cooked. Now, if you want to be a Midland team, then and Everton are at the moment in time a Midland team, right? Then Moyes is your man. Keep Moyes for the next 2 years. If you've just moved in a stadium, all right, talking to your half about this today, and he was going, fucking hell, did you hear the booing and the stadium emptied? I'm like, what did we think was going to happen? If you're a proper Evertonian, as soon as we moved from Goodison, I go, right, that was 40,001 seats. That was used to be on the attendance, wasn't it? 40,001. All right, so that's 30,001 moaning bastards at the stadium. And now we've gone to a 52,000 seater stadium. That's just 12,000 more moaning bastards who are going to moan. So I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? And actually, when it's the same style of footy that they've seen, how long's Moyes been at Everton in his 2 tenures?
Oh, yeah, 12 years is it?
Right, so they're going, here we go again. Fucking we know it. They know what Moyes is going to do before Moyes knows what he's going to do. Because he doesn't fucking change.
The only fucking irony of this last 10 minutes of conversation is that we dusted them 2-1. We dusted Palace 2-1 when he come to...
Yeah, but lad, I was at the game, I'm telling you. Palace should have been 4-0 up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Before we scored. And what happened? What's happening to these teams?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
And he'll get you 10 of them a year.
Yeah, he will. And it'll paper over cracks.
Yeah.
No, what you're missing the big thing here, which happened again this weekend. What happened again this weekend?
Haven't got beat.
Everyone who played Thursday night was shite at the weekend. Palace beat Man United 1-0.
Newcastle.
Didn't play Thursday night, lad.
Thursday, you know.
Didn't play Thursday night. Played the Champions League sides get an extra 24 hours, 48 hours recovery window. The Thursday night teams, Forest got beat. Yeah. Aston Villa should have got beat by Wolves.
Should have got beat by Wolves, yeah.
Martinez made hell of a save. Wolves have had big chances, and Wolves are petroleum at the minute. Proper petroleum. Shite. And Villa managed to win the game with a Kamara strike. And who was the other team I've got there? Rangers drew with fucking Falkirk. Yeah. Fucking let me down in me over 1.5 goals. Fucking the Teddy Bears there, drawn 0-0 with Falkirk. Who else? I've got the Thursday night teams written down there. Can't find it.
That's it.
Anyone see Thursday night?
Wonder why.
No, didn't. There's another
Palace,
team.
Villa.
Palace.
Oh, Palace, Villa and Forest.
Yeah, Palace, Villa, Forest. Rangers.
All got beat. And when did we beat Palace? Right after the Thursday night game, where they played away on a Thursday night. We beat them on the fucking Sunday. Get in, 1-0 Birmingham. He's done an alright job, to be fair. The lad who was Brendan's assistant at Leicester and Celtic. Chris Davis, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they've spent fortunes. Simbox just fired in there, actually, as Birmingham score and say, have you seen the new hideous Birmingham City ground plans?
It's fucking disgusting.
It looks
have
like...
you seen United?
Yeah, I believe they've gone back, haven't they? Now, don't want to look at a fucking circus.
Yeah, I was looking at the comments and the names of what would you call like the new Man United ground? Someone put New Trafford. someone put Trafford Circus.
Where are they moving it to?
Birmingham.
Oh, just redeveloping the ground there.
Yeah,
but Birmingham's looks like a big dildo cake.
I've seen it with all the chimneys. I'm like, why is the chimneys? They're talking about like the airflow or the heating or something like that.
I don't know. There's just
I want to get on there. You should see my brick up today. Fucking spot on.
Have you been bricking today?
Well, fucking a load of water came through my ceiling today. I came to fix my boiler. Fucking next minute there's a flooding. Fucking Noah's Ark was in the fucking in the hall there.
On TikTok, guys.
Luckily,
plumbing plus 500.
Luckily, I didn't. We haven't had the fucking ceiling done or the carpet done. Fucking hell, I had to turn the water off. Gushing.
A goldfish.
Gushing. What was I going to say to you? Birmingham Stadium. Listen, we need good stadium, but I didn't get the chimney part. Some people were buzzing off it.
Big load of dildos for me. It just doesn't
it's
look
mad,
right.
But the United one was the maddest, like of concepts I've ever seen. Like a 3-pronged fucking.
Yeah,
circus.
it looked like a tent.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there a World Cup or something, or a European Championship bid just gone in from England and Scotland and Wales or something? Is it?
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Pottery.
Was it? I thought it. What clickbait?
WSL.
No, it's WS.
No, there's a. Oh, it had all Everton Stadium and all that on. Was that a World Cup?
No, we're getting the Euros, aren't we? So we're doing.
Maybe I am leaving the country then.
Yeah, we're not doing a bid for the World Cup.
Oh, decent.
60,000 seater stadium, Birmingham. I think all this Hollywood's gone to the Reds.
I think so as well.
If you build it, they will come. If you build it, have superstars.
You don't want 60,000 fucking people in Birmingham going
Birmingham
to that
are a well-supported club, you know. Considering they've been in the wilderness for a bit.
But will they get 60,000 fans there?
It's the second biggest city, isn't it?
I know, but it's not the second biggest club.
Yeah, but also, if we just look at the birth rates of the people who are living in that city, there's a good chance they'll get fucking 120 fucking million in the next period. Especially if Rachel Reeves is giving them fucking the cushy bonuses and the welfare benefits for having more.
You get a go-to shag with every season ticket.
Do you know what I mean? It's certainly a big club, and again with the right investment. Look at Delta Airlines and all that. They've obviously got strategic partners. Who's to say Birmingham couldn't become a major force?
Should we quickly whip through the other games? West Ham, Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool won. Let's move on.
To be fair, how long's it been now?
The big talk.
It's been like an hour and 15 minutes and not
the Paqueta red card. Did you see the highlights of the Paqueta red card?
It was. I watched the game live. Honestly, it was outrageous, that red card. It was like
He didn't even make the first tackle.
No, I know. Yeah, it was bizarre.
He had, but he had everyone. He had Allison pull him away. Curtis Jones pushed him away.
The ref was looking at him, shaking his head, going, mate, I'm going to send you off. Just go away.
It was a good 2 minutes of straight, like...
And then he walked away and then come back for another bite.
Like, he knew what he was doing. He's definitely getting investigated there. Someone in Brazil's just made a lot
Have you not seen the statement he's come out with after the game?
Yeah, it's a mad one, isn't it? Why didn't you support me in that?
Have you seen the odds?
The FA?
Have you seen the odds, right, of a certain player to be sent off in a game?
Oh, it's high, like.
Yeah, it's
10s, 11s, isn't it? Depends on him.
35, 40 to 1.
Yeah, no, he's like 4s and 5s to 1.
Oh, do you mean like for people to bet for?
4 and 5 every week.
He was 25 to 1. He was the favourite to being sent off. But I was talking, we were watching in the pub, and I said, well, imagine, just figuratively, yeah, he was, say, if he's living in Brazil and the mafia had something on him or someone had something on him, and like, look, you need to at least make us fucking 10 million quid.
We're going to kill someone.
Or you're getting it, or someone's getting it.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that?
I can do it this way.
Yellow cards.
Yellow cards and red cards.
Spot fixing, innit? Well, listen, he's dodged a bullet there because a few people who were close to that told me he's banned for life here. So I don't know.
The first offence?
Oh, yeah.
Or the alleged
one
offence?
The
alleged one, yeah. I heard a few on the grapevine. And I do, Nick DeMarco, KC, who represented me a few times against the FA, was representing him, and it wasn't Nick. I didn't even speak to Nick about it. But there was a few people who said, this Paqueta's gone. They've caught him. Because it was linked back to one island, wasn't it? With like, he's banked it right. Now, his red card yesterday was the most baffling ever I've seen, because firstly I was like, hang on, he's thrown his hands up to whether it was a foul or not. So it was a harsh yellow.
It was a harsh yellow, yeah.
But by the way, the ref gave him a joggy. The ref gave him a proper joggy.
Yeah, a few times.
He took the piss and he deserved to get sent off in the end.
He did.
To be fair to Nuno, he handled it quite well after the game in terms of saying, look, I need to speak to him, blah, blah, blah. But then he's going to get more games because of the statement he's put out. Like, the FA will not have that at all. Because he basically said, you should have helped me when you were coming after me for 2 years and being victimised and all that. And fucking, I'm like, shut up, you stupid cunt. You fucking should have got yourself away from the danger. Like, I've been a divvy a few times, but you can tell when a ref's gonna. You get a few joggies off him. There's only so much you can push the line before you let. And by the way, it was only 1-0. Still in the game.
Yeah.
There is no way in fucking hell that he is not intended to get sent off.
No way.
For me, anyone watching that,
you're not that stupid, are you?
Anybody watch the whole thing live, for like, he's meant to do that.
And by the way, if it wasn't him, you'd go, what an idiot. Because it's him, you're going, hang on a sec, there's enough smoke around him. The other thing I'm going to say here is, it just sent through here, we've just got a mega donation here from Arnie Slot, who sent 55 grand over to our thingo here, who said, nice one for getting after fucking Isaac, because he fucking finally turned up for us there and played like a £4 million striker at the weekend instead of the fucking pile of shit he's been for the last few months. I thought he was really unlucky in the first half. I went for the game of snooker, so I was watching the game here at half time. I popped into the bookies on the way to have a game of snooker and backed Liverpool in running because I could see West Ham was shite. Yeah, West Ham are crap, by the way, so don't be getting carried away with yourselves. I think these will stay up now. I don't think these will go down.
Yeah, so do I.
And the good thing is Slot's going to stay in now, who's revealed himself to be absolutely fucking clueless if he isn't coaching Jurgen Klopp's group from the year before.
So, I think what Slot's done is he's gone back to default Jurgen Klopp's setup, which is...
So he played defenders in defence.
Yeah. No.
Fucking whoop-de-doo in that. Well done, Arnie. Now you're playing a right back at right... Okay, that's interesting. You shouldn't have bought the fucking Leverkusen Frimpong because he's not a Liverpool player.
No.
Right? No. He was never going to be a Trent replacement.
No, he's not right
the only problem is Joe Gomez can't stay fit. So Joe Gomez just gives you a solidity there.
He's
to be fair to Wirtz, he looked a bit better.
A bit. I thought Wirtz stood out.
He was playing against West Ham.
But still...
Who sacked the manager a couple of months ago.
The main thing I took from that game was, obviously we dropped Salah, which is, it's been coming to
harsh.
be fair. It's been coming.
Harsh.
He's been shite for 95% of the season. Okay, but listen...
Konate's been shite for 100% of the season. He still started him.
But who's going to play...
He could have played Szoboszlai right back again like he's been doing.
No, who's playing centre-half though? You haven't got no one.
Play Joe Gomez as centre-half?
No, he's not going to do that. He's not going to... Joe Gomez, after having an injection to play, he's fucked. So, no, listen, but what I'm saying is, Liverpool's team is always... And you watch it all the time, when Curtis Jones gets the ball, when Szoboszlai or McAllister, they look for Salah straight away. They look for him as that outball. And he hasn't been that player what we've relied on the past few seasons. So now this season, so that game, he's come off, and when we got the ball, it's gone to Wirtz's feet. And he's just done...
West Ham is shit,
I know,
that's why.
but still...
Not that yous are good.
No, but everything's gone through Wirtz instead of going through Salah. If we had Salah on, it would have gone to
PSV
Salah.
Eindhoven, kick cottages, Thursday, Wednesday or Tuesday at your gaff, right? Forest, any half-decent side's going to fill yous in again. Because Joe Gomez will not get a run of games.
He won't play Wednesday.
He's never done it in his career. He's been at Liverpool 10 years. He's played 240 games. How many games has Joe Gomez started them 240, do you reckon?
Not even half.
See if someone can find out, but I would say I'd be surprised if Joe Gomez has started over half of those games.
He's not.
And it'd be interesting to see how many games he's actually completed in terms of 90 minutes.
It's at Anfield as well, which is the nicest place to be at the minute.
How are you feeling about that?
That's a tricky game for you.
It's very tricky.
It's Sunderland. Come back and beat Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's one that you'd look at in this situation and be like, oh, thank fuck we've got Sunderland at home, but it's actually the last thing that he needs at this point.
Not in that form.
The way Sunderland are playing
and then
the way
you've got Leeds, so you've got a little bit of a run here. And by the way, I'm buzzing. I want Arne Slot to stay. I don't want him sacked because I don't think Arne Slot is ever going to win the Premier League again. And I'll tell you the reasons why, all right? Arne Slot had Jurgen Klopp's culture. He brought one player in. The team was settled down. You had a couple of the big names, Van Dijk and Salah, playing for new deals, very motivated. Last year of the contracts, wanted a mega contract, didn't want to leave Liverpool. Arne Slot comes in, and to be fair to him, there's a lot of skill in not doing much, so he didn't do much. But then also, listen to the noises coming out. If you listen to that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain interview, he says, fucking hell, I was blown away by Klopp's level of intensity for the first 3 months. Now everybody's saying Liverpool's offensive pressure and actions offensively have all dropped in the Slot tenure, come down from Klopp as they would, heavy metal footy to the bit more build-up Dutch style. The thing is, the intensity in training's massively dropped off, all right? So Liverpool, and you heard Curtis Jones talking about it, just need to get in and fly around on the pitch. And in that interview where he was quite animated about people just getting stuck in. We used to get stuck in, which was Klopp ball. Now, what's happened here is Liverpool, Richard Hughes and Liverpool's fabled recruitment department was obviously getting it tight last year because we haven't signed players, we didn't sign anyone in the Jan, and they won the league. So they were getting it tight, and then it's like, right, now we've got to show everybody that we're brilliant and we can do all these deals. And Liverpool's big mistake in the summer was signing Alexander Isak. Now you couldn't. It's like a Playboy bunny turning up outside, and you're going, "Oh, fucking married here," but fucking hell, how can I not let her in? You know what I mean? She's like the best. Like Emily Ratajkowski's outside in the garden, and you're going, "Wow." In the skiddies. I've got married to me bed. I love her, but like she's knocking on the window, going, "Ha hoo ha hoo," and you're going, kind of gotta let it in. I'm just saying to me bed, "Look, should we turn into Mormons?" I'd be like that. I found the Book of Mormon. You know what I mean? In terms of you couldn't turn down Isak once you can get it done. And what Liverpool have fucked up here, and Richard Hughes and Edwards have fucked up in here, is you didn't need to sign another striker. Ekitike, you had to sign Ekitike or Isak, and that was it. The next player you had to sign, obviously you wanted the centre-back, Gay, that fell through. The next player you should have took, rather than another striker, was a proper winger. Maybe a Semenyo or somebody on the left-hand side who gets you up the pitch. As is, you've promised Florian Wirtz the 10. I'm going to change, put Wirtz in the 10. And actually, Gakpo's an attacking midfielder. Gakpo's needs to be central. He's not a winger.
But he thinks he's a winger, though.
He's not, though. He's better playing through the gut. So he then becomes... What a finish that is. He then becomes a false 9. I said to you, this guy, Damari Gray, I like Damari Gray. Went to Saudi and fucked his career up.
Get on the turn, though, from Stanfield before. Unbelievable.
So Liverpool should have took a winger rather than another striker. Ekitike is better than Isak on the show and so far. Look, Isak was a bit better the other day. But also, he was unlucky because Wirtz has a little swipe at the one where he gets saved by Areola in the first half.
Under his foot, doesn't he?
It does, because Wirtz puts him off a little bit. Now, if he was fully confident, he's gone, that's coming to me, and maybe he scores. But at the junction he's at, it was a trickier chance than it looked, and the keeper spread himself and got lucky.
He did, yeah.
The second goal, I thought it was a little bit off his heel, a little bit David Ely, but again, as a striker, struggling.
Oh, I thought that was a good... it was a good
went
finish.
through someone's legs, didn't it?
No, it just went through... It could have gone in that place. To have that instinct, to have that snapshot.
Great strike.
Wow. To have that snapshot.
He had that knuckleball in his locker, like.
To have that snapshot from where he was, from the angle of coming to Isak, you know, it was
wow, that's
Filth
a Premier League goal.
Yeah,
That.
that's filth.
It's like the one he scored for the Blues against
He's
City.
a good player, mate.
Was
I like
that for
him.
you? I was trying to think.
I like the Mardi Gras. I think he's a good player.
Who's that number? Who's
He's
that?
better than the champ.
I know. What about this? My mum was just texted me birthday. Said his Cambo dyed his eyebrows.
Probably.
What, from the stream?
So what I'm saying to you is,
filter.
instead of taking the 2 strikers, and there'll be loads of people now going, well, Jota and...
No, you're right. You're right.
You should have took a proper winger, because in my opinion, you replace Mane with Diaz. Mane was brilliant for you, he's as good as Salah. I don't care what anyone says. And
Mane's the best player.
And he was replaced with Diaz. Now, Diaz was brilliant when he first come in, and he's been brilliant since he left us, but he had a little bit of a mad spot. His dad getting... I think Carvajal fucking dusted him in the European Cup final, and he took a bit of... He was in a tailspin confidence-wise after that. Then the stuff that went on with his dad, and then at Liverpool clearly not kissing his arse as much as he wanted them to, because that would put his nose out of joint, and it soured a little bit. But Liverpool should have replaced that player with that player.
Yeah, correct. I said
maybe it was Semenyo. I don't know who it was, or maybe it was whoever it was. But Liverpool should have brought a winger in who takes, because if teams now, all right. So I was talking about this lad. So what happened for Liverpool is obviously you didn't do that. So you took another striker, and he went, well, Jota and take another strike. Took another striker. Gakpo do a job out there, and he took Frimpong. Now what they haven't accounted for is Mo Salah getting the belly a bit fuller and maybe not being as motivated as he was last year, which could be said. But also, he's built up a relationship with Trent, which would almost be telepathic in terms of Trent knows where to turn them, how to get you up the pitch. Also, if they're doubling up on Mo Salah, Trent knew how to position himself a bit deeper.
Inside.
Or inside.
Come inside,
and Frimpong or Szoboszlai or Joe Gomez won't have that relationship.
No.
So Salah's also suffered from his supply route and the player underneath him not being correct. Now the problem is if a team now doubles up on Salah, then that's the end of Salah, and the right backs are being shy for you, so it's not Trent whipping that ball in. Then out the other side, you've got an attacking midfielder playing as a winger who hasn't actually got a trick to go past anybody. He does the same thing every time I've watched Gakpo. He tries to take someone on the same way. He actually hasn't got a trick.
No,
you know what I mean? He hasn't got the speed. Now Liverpool should have been going right. If Liverpool have got anything about them, Liverpool honestly you should be sitting here going, if we didn't spend that 150 million on Isak, so let's do a thought experiment here. We haven't spent the 150 on Isak. We've gone with Ekitike. All right, okay. So we've now got a situation where Isak's still at Newcastle. He's still got the 150 million in the bank. Well, look what's just appeared for you in January. You could have gone and fucking done Vinicius Jr. because him and Alonso have fell out. He wants out, and then you go, we'll take you.
Don't want him at my club, me.
Vinicius Jr. is the best player in that position in the world.
You wouldn't have Liverpool?
Well, listen.
You wouldn't have Vinicius Jr. at Liverpool?
No, I don't like him.
What?
Listen, what I've heard...
His attitude stinks.
But he's like, he's a better version of Mane.
He doesn't even run, he kicks off on the pitch. Lad, no, I'm not having that.
I'd have Vinicius Jr. Liverpool.
No, I wouldn't. I don't like
Listen, but what I've heard, Liverpool's plan A wasn't what we've got now. Our plan A was Barcola from PSG.
Well, isn't he be better for us?
Yeah,
listen,
he would have been a good signing.
Our plan A was Barcola from PSG, but then Nguema was so good for Liverpool in training, in pre-season. We sort of changed and said, okay, we're not going to go for a Barcola. We're going to use, it'll block Nguema's pathway through to the first team. We're going to have Gakpo and Nguema for that left-hand side and go for another, an Ekitike who can plays on the left for France. Ekitike plays off that left side, comes inside, so he's like more of a Jota kind of player, and then and Isak replaces Núñez, but Isak's a completely different player to Núñez, so that doesn't. But so that was the plan A was Barcola, which is right, which he makes more sense to me.
But again, Liverpool have got the recruitment wrong.
I think I'm agreeing with you as it stands, but hindsight's great.
Yeah, hindsight's massive.
What was we all
saying at the start of the season?
Yeah, I was saying,
which want to blitz the league.
So I'm going to go on record here, right? Liverpool under Arne Slot never win the Premier League again. Under Arne Slot,
I think he'll get sacked before he wins it again myself.
All right, and Arne Slot has shown his hand to me. Yeah, I don't think Arne Slot's as good as we all thought he was.
No, the worrying noises from Arne Slot is in his press conferences when he's come out last week and he was saying, yeah, I'm surprised as all users as why we're getting beaten. You know, so he said something like the week before. He said, someone mentioned Mark Gay to him. He said, defence isn't an issue for me at the minute. I don't know whether you've noticed what we got other glaring issues on the pitch than the defence. Liverpool, since the start of May, obviously when we down tools, but since the start of May, have conceded the most goals in the top 5 divisions in Europe.
Yeah, all right. So
let's
be honest here. I'm not even on the noise up here. Not even on the noise up.
Right, definitely.
When you say that before you say something,
Definitely is.
I'm not.
You're on the
I'm
noise.
genuinely not here. Do you think you get top 4?
No, I think we sneaked top 4, yeah. I think we sneaked top 4.
God, I hate
Title?
the fact that's even
No.
a question.
Title was gone ages ago.
No, we're only 9 points behind.
The
You can't
table
lose.
is wide
Well, he's
open,
9
a
points
third,
behind.
a
We're
third
9
of the
points
way through the
behind.
season.
9 points is nothing at this
No,
point.
it's fuck. Is it fuck?
It is.
For you,
massive.
maybe.
Is it fuck?
It's for Liverpool.
If he wins.
If it was City, I'd be more worried, but it's Arsenal.
No,
Well,
for Liverpool.
No one bottles
I'm
up.
not bothered about who's in front of us. I'm bothered about Liverpool.
Good time.
No, I know, obviously,
go
but
on,
we
next
do
one.
kick
Yeah,
on.
let's move on to the Arsenal-Chelsea game.
That was a good game, that, you know.
It was going to be an unbelievable game before he got sent off.
Against Barcelona and looking good again against Arsenal.
Chelsea look very structurally solid for me now. Their midfield's looking great.
So I say those unbelievable, then he's just
a
is that
back.
just
Keeper's
gone,
a problem for them.
Is that
Yeah, the keeper is a problem.
Do you think it
Keeper
was
is
a
a
red
problem
card?
for them. I think it's a red card. I've said that straight away.
unfortunately, yeah.
When you jump into a tackle like that with your studs and you go for it and you miss the ball, it's a red card for me. I know he disagrees, but I think it's a red card.
No. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
before we get
And
into
I've watched
this-
it loads and loads of times. It's a fucking yellow card. It's not a red card. Oh, he jumps in. Well, of course
You
he's
should get
fucking jumping.
loads of them.
He's running.
No, if he reaches in, it's not a red card. He jumps in with both feet and like outstretches his. That's why the jump has got the red card for me. It is. Well, it has because it was a red card.
Again, this is the problem with people who have not played the game. Now,
Don't play the game,
referees,
that was a red card.
people who've not played the game, or strikers, people who don't like physicality, who don't know how to tackle. Oh, the red card, because now every tackle's a red card, right? Why do you wear shin pads? Does anyone know why we wear shin pads?
We don't anymore, do they?
Yeah,
Well,
have you seen them?
Some don't, but why do you wear shin pads?
So you don't get hurt in tackles
And where are your shin pads?
on your shins.
So your shin pads start about here, depending on the size. Them if you're Jack Grealish, they're down here, but they go from about here to here, right? So if you tackle above the shin pad, then I'm going, that could be a red card because it's above the contact area. From the shin pad below, unless it's out of control and reckless, then it's not a red card. Now, if you looked at, again, a few people have put examples out here. Paulinia's tackle against Chelsea a few weeks ago was very much the same ankle area contact, right? Yellow card.
Didn't jump into it.
McAllister against Burnley when he fucking remember the McAllister tackle against Burnley.
Didn't jump into it again.
How did he get into it then? Did he just fucking
put his foot
levitate? Did he just levitate
He
into
put
it?
1 foot in.
But
He
again,
went
it
for the-
still was the
he
same.
went for the
When he
tackle.
jumps in, Cambo, he's gone to block the ball and go in at the same time, right? That
Hmm.
tackle is a yellow card, and honest to God, anyone, I'm saying this because you're here, anyone who thinks that wasn't a yellow card, I think less of you as a human being.
I don't
You
mind
don't know the game of football. If you think that that's a red card, you have not got a fucking clue about what it takes to play Premier League football.
I haven't got a clue because I don't play Premier League football.
Well,
but I'm saying, I
everyone I've
think
heard,
that's-
I heard Ian Wright talking about it, not a Scooby-Doo, thinking like a striker. Right?
I
Because if
didn't know-
Ian
I
Wright's
didn't even know what he-
challenge,
I didn't even know
if
what he
Ian
said.
Wright's challenge on Peter Schmeichel was a yellow
Oh, he
card,
knows that's a red.
well, it was a yellow
I know,
card.
but he knows that was a red.
So I'm saying that's jumping in, that's fucking diving in. Saicedo was fucking at it, right? He was charged up for the game. He was flying around. There was a couple of little incidents, one where he pushed him over.
That's not
right.
right.
So you're in a midfield battle zone. You got Zubimendi and Declan Rice and Eze, and you're fucking Chelsea. You're in there, Reece James, and you're going,
It did
I'm gonna
kill the
fucking
game.
show I'm the best
For the sake of
midfielder.
that game, the start of that game was fucking
ref killed it.
unbelievable.
Because
The
of
ref
that.
He booked Zubimendi
killed
after
it.
5 minutes.
I was
Andy
saying,
Taylor
I was
killed
like,
the
for the
game.
sake of this
Killed them.
game. Yeah, well, it was good that the
Zubimendi-
cards were flying out. I had Saicedo Marino on a double for like 300 quid.
I text you in the group.
he
What
had
I
a
text
few.
you in the group.
Yeah, red card coming ASAP.
Referees lost
Yeah.
control this game.
Red card
Texted
coming.
to a few people. Get your money on a red card. The referee, as soon as you book somebody,
In the first
it's a
5 minutes of
derby.
the derby. I know
It's
what
top
you
of the
mean.
table. It could be a 6-pointer in the championship race at the end of the season. What do you think, lads?
Fast
Are going to
game
come
as
out
well.
and
Who
fucking
were we?
Fast game,
slick
wet
pitch? It's
surface.
been raining.
Especially when you've
Stamford
got...
Bridge is slick. Anthony Taylor is. Remember the Mourinho incident where he got round in the airport? Anthony Taylor's allegedly one of our best referees.
Yes.
On yesterday's show, and Anthony Taylor should be struck off for a couple of weeks. That was he ruined what
all
could have
about
been
him.
an incredible
Yeah,
game
it was on the 12th.
by
Yeah, he
fucking
did.
being pedantic and getting the yellow cards out early.
That's what he
There was
does,
3
the dirty
tackles,
bastard.
but once you book
Zubimendi
Zubimendi
yeah,
early,
that was
it's
it.
got to do with
You've
the
seen-
rest.
you leave
you've
yourself nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So, and he's meant to be one of the most experienced referees. He should be. He fucking ruined what could have been an incredible game yesterday. Now, on the other side of that, Arteta also shown that he isn't fucking Pep Guardiola reincarnated, because Arsenal dropped points yesterday. Because if somebody goes down to 10 men and you fucking don't beat them, you've dropped points. Regardless of being home or away at Premier League level. Especially a player as effective in midfield in the engine room as Moses Caicedo.
Yeah, so I think yesterday we seen the two best midfielders in the Premier League, but Caicedo got sent off. I think Rice and Caicedo are the two best centre mids in the Premier League.
What about Bruno Gomes?
Fancy me chance at getting after both of them.
He's fucking up there, you know.
I'd fancy me chance at getting right after both of them.
Listen,
Lad, they wouldn't have lived with Patrick Vieira and fucking Roy Keane and Essien and Makelele and Steven Gerrard and Mascherano and Alonso. They wouldn't even be fucking spoken about. That's how far the standards dropped off in the Prem. Caicedo would have been a... Patrick Vieira would have murdered them. Steven Gerrard would have murdered them.
Yeah, Steven Gerrard.
Declan Rice would have got murdered.
Declan
Rice is a centre-half playing centre-mid.
Break that down
I'm
for
telling
us
you.
then.
Lad,
Because the game's obviously got quicker.
Because you can't tackle. You've seen yesterday, you can't tackle.
Are you saying
Steven said himself, hasn't he?
You can't tackle.
He said he wouldn't last the 45 minutes in today's game. Remember the thing with Rio? He said nah.
You can't tackle, lads.
He said Paul Scholes would absolutely boss the league, at the Premier League. He said he wouldn't because he'd be
People
sent
come
off.
on about Scholes, right? Paul Scholes used to come off after 60 minutes with his asthma all the time. Never done 90-minute games. Paul Scholes was brilliant, but didn't have the physicality to play. That's why Nicky Butt and all that had boss careers, because Scholes had run out of gas because he didn't have the physicality. So people forget sometimes. Roy Keane, in his pomp, would have destroyed Declan Rice. Declan Rice is a centre-half who's been converted into a central midfielder. I remember watching him for West Ham at Everton, and I went... This was a few years ago, I think, Lampard, and I was like, oh my god, like, is this fella meant to be the fucking... Jordan Henderson's still playing in the Prem. The level in the Prem has gone.
Jordan Henderson's playing for England.
Lad, I can go through loads of players who are playing. Like, we're talking about Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Tonali being the best three in the Prem, right?
Hands down.
Steven Gerrard, Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane are fucking well better than all of them.
I agree with
that. Way
ahead
of them. And I'm not even getting into Lampard, Makelele, Essien. I can keep going. So like there's loads. Like the game is getting worse, not better. The game is getting full of athletic people who can run dead fast and are measured on all the metrics, but have got no fucking football brains. And everyone's going, "Oh, we need to take him." Why? Oh, he's fucking fast. He can run. And it's become an athletic. It's a game for 800-metre runners now. Where's your fat ball handlers?
But that's happened from under 8s to under 9s. I know because I've no kids who have been in academies, and the parents said to me, "That kid over there is shite, but he can run like fuck, and he's athletic and he's big."
Well, we were talking last week about England under 16s. They recruit. It happened to me. I got released because Neil Jusnick came back from the FA and went, "We're going big," and he just wants a big, massive unit. So me, Jag Yelka, a few others, we all got released because we weren't big physical units, right? Because that was the fashion. And then lo and behold, the World Cup comes on and Senegal do well in it, and the next minute everyone's taking Papa Bouba Diop and everyone's going massive. And then Barca start winning and everyone goes, "Oh, let's go back to the set." It's the fashion of football. Now, when I look at these players, I'm watching players who will go, they're like, Declan Rice 100 million, Moses 100 million, right? Which is, you're talking about people being... Now, when I look at, and again, I'm talking about some of the best that have played the game, but also Michael Essien and stuff like... Michael Essien would have fucking murdered Moses Caicedo. Physically, would have fucking absolutely tampered with him. Right? Makelele is well better than fucking Caicedo, and he's smaller than him.
At the Owen roll.
Yeah.
Well, Caicedo's got the ball carrying.
Steven Gerrard, 6'3".
He could do everything. Yeah,
everything. Patrick Vieira, 6'4". Roy Keane, 5'10". Like, lad, I'm telling you, Declan Rice, and I think they're good players for this era. I'm looking at Declan Rice and Caicedo and going, I'd have got all over them. Because Declan takes too many touches because he doesn't really know. Because he's a centre-half. He's used to playing here. He doesn't really know what's over the shoulder. He hasn't got 360 degree because he hasn't been playing. That's why Chelsea let him go. That's why he got released by Chelsea. He wasn't good enough. Now, he's done incredible and he's turned himself into arguably England's best midfielder. But I'm not going... We aren't even going to talk about Declan Rice. In 15 years' time, nobody will mention Declan Rice's name. When they talk about the greats for England, you won't be talking about Declan Rice. I'm telling you, he's not a good enough player.
I know what you mean.
Now he scores a great goal against Real Madrid, a great free kick, and he has come on at Arsenal. But I would argue that's for having every player. If you're playing for West Ham, right, and then next minute you go to Arsenal, who've spent gazillions, by the way.
Yeah, they have.
Gazillions, and they're putting Zubamendi next year and Eze next year. Look at their bench yesterday. Odegaard coming on.
Yeah.
Fucking a ridiculous. Like, they had Gabriel and Saliba missing yesterday. Oh, did they play? Henkape and fucking Masquerade.
Yeah.
Like, they've got 2 or 3 players for every position. Mikel Arteta has spent gazillions. Stan Kroenke and the LA fucking Rams fella, they spent gazillions. If Arsenal don't win the league this year, they're never going to win it.
No, they can't not win.
Because they've got the best squad, which must be. I can't even imagine how much money they're spending. Because yesterday on the bench they had Goalkeeper, who's crap. Goalkeeper, for whatever they pay for him, he should have if it wasn't for their timber. Yeah. But he's shit, lads. Let's be honest. They paid too much for him. And also, Gabriel Jesus was back on the bench yesterday. How much is he going to be on a week to get out to City?
They need to get him gone, don't they? Get him
Arsenal's wage bill, I would love to see the genuine wage bills, what they're paying. Because whatever all them clubs are playing, especially Arsenal, Chelsea's must be through the roof. Whatever they're paying is fucking far too much for what they're getting.
Wage bill?
Arsenal's wage bill.
Did you just catch the exemplar... Well, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Excellent analysis and punditry from Daniel Sturridge after the game.
I know. I didn't watch. I seen him go on about the red card, saying, you know, they slowed it down so it made it look like a red. So I was seeing that, but I didn't really take much notice.
But if you slow everything down and show 86 different angles, fucking anything can look like a red card. It's a contact sport, recklessly endangering the opponent. Knee-eye tackles, Roy Keane on Alfie Haaland, red card. Dangerous tackles that could be leg breakers, red card. Not every tackle that's physical, that cops for you, is a red card. That is a yellow card on Moreno. Moreno fucking knows it. Now, I would have sent Moses Caicedo off for pretending to be injured. That's what he should have been sent off for. Not for the fucking tackle. I'd love a brew, lad.
Lad, get us a Pepsi as well, please, Josh. Is the Pepsi's in the fridge?
Pepsi's there. I'll have a Pepsi as well.
Yeah.
All right.
This is one here. Let me just talk about spend. I reckon the way you look at spend, in my opinion, is every player gets say a 5-year contract.
I'm reading the chat here, so as he's talking, I'm reading the chat.
There is a message off one of our
go on, Campbell, listen to you, lad.
And it pops up
I'm going down to here.
Get the message up first, thanks. If he's...
Booney's in again. Booney's fucking Telegram's cooking this week. Fucking that's the way it's gonna be. Booney, it's the only place where they can't get to us. Well,
they'll find a way to.
They're gonna have to pay if they do.
Noah loves a fucking fizzy drink. He does, Dave. He does, mate. He does.
No, the other day on the Connor stream, I watched the first little bits of it.
Which one?
The other day when you done the Friday show with Joe. You must have drank that kind of Coke 16 times in a minute, like a little.
Drinking like a sparrow with the chat.
Good gear. I was trying to make it last because I knew we'd be going for like about an hour and a half, but I was having a little swigs here and there. It's like
the next spend.
I prefer the Pepsi, mate.
Delicious.
I
think the way you look at a club spend is over 5 years for me, because that's sort of like a period. The top net spend in the past 5 years, Man United, 678 million. Second is Arsenal with 672 million.
Yeah, but what's the wages?
Third is Chelsea with 646 million. Those 3 clubs have not been close to the Premier League. Really. They haven't been close in the past 5 years.
Arsenal have had a good flirt with it.
They were miles away.
They've had a flirt with it, lad.
They had a flirt with it, but they were never going to do it, really, let's be honest.
Only because City have fucking...
That's what I mean.
Or Liverpool have stepped up, but Arsenal have had the right flirt with it.
4th highest net spend. Have a guess who? In the last 5 years.
Liverpool.
No.
Everton.
No.
Fucking hell.
4th highest net spend. Aston Villa.
No.
Who spent a load of money?
Yeah, she is.
There's only one left, P.
Is he? Is that true?
I'll have a cup of tea. Go on, yourself.
Net spend, 4th highest. Spurs.
Thank you, P.
Spurs.
5th highest net spend.
Oh, I don't even want to go there. Everton.
No. You haven't even said them.
Yeah.
5th highest net spend in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, last 5 seasons.
Think of ownership.
Newcastle.
Yeah. Newcastle
have been cremated on the FP as well, haven't they?
Yeah, and then it's... Well,
let me just go on to Spurs, by the way. Let me just get on to Spurs while we're here.
They need talking about.
We spoke about it a few weeks back, saying he could come under the gun, right?
We did.
There's a clip out there on the TikToks. I've seen it because it came on my feed this week. And I was like, fucking hell, we are quite prophetic at times, even though we do get it wrong every now and again. We are actually...
Like the Jordan Pickford of pundits.
Because Spurs at the time wouldn't have been under pressure, but then abject in the derby against...
What you got on?
Yeah.
Fuck
Abject
off.
in the
Marking
derby
a
against
sack.
Arsenal.
That should be season tickets or coffee for that, Jeff.
Abject, well, half decent performance, but conceded 5 against PSG. And then I watched the Fulham game. They were obviously out the traps quick. Fulham 2-0
I
up.
was shocked at that, to be fair.
The keeper getting
What's
booed.
the cat doing?
Yeah, he should have kicked it out, shouldn't he? But getting booed, and then Frank saying what they've said afterwards. And I told you when they tried to keep Jed Spence and Van der Veen on the pitch. I'm like, this bit of a nonsense pottery. He's under the gun. Now, I think the Spurs' job is just to poison chalice, because I think the players are signed. There's loads of players like Javi Simmons. Why are you fucking signing Javi Simmons? He was never going to
like
fit in the Premier League.
10th choice, wasn't he?
Kolo Mbouani up front. It's like, what type of signing's that? Like, what are Spurs building? They're just building a team as they do every year.
I do rate
of nonsense.
Kudos, though. I do rate Kudos,
Yeah,
though.
but like,
Yeah, good play. Prem proven though.
yeah,
The
but
Prem,
like
yeah.
what? Like,
Javi Simmons is a mad one.
Because they had nothing else.
They literally had nothing else to go for.
Eze fucked them off.
I know. They did have Eze right there, didn't
Oh, God, yeah.
must be a second of that. But
Yeah.
even then, if Eze goes
And
there,
then bangs it at them.
Eze doesn't change the fucking landscape for them. They just pull Eze down to their level.
he? Who's the 9? Solanke, like, if
We've got
everyone's fit.
Richarlison playing in there now.
Yeah, because Solanke's not...
So, but this is the thing with Spurs. I look at them and I go, actually, Spurs are just going to do what... So, Spurs are going to do what Spurs are going to do. And then they'll probably sack Thomas Frank. They'll probably appoint Glasner. And then they'll pull Glasner down to their level. And then we'll go, fucking hell, Glasner wasn't as good as what we
I
thought
actually
he
rate
was.
Thomas Frank, though. You know, I think you could be right. Spurs just being
Yeah, but
Spursy.
there's a massive difference from Brentford. This is what people keep fucking up with when they take you Graham Potters. And when you take a manager out of a great recruitment club that's got solid foundations of recruitment from a data algorithm in the background,
Yeah.
you think you're getting the man who's the fucking got the keys to the kingdom, and not what you're not. You're just getting a piece. It's like buying. You go, oh, I really like that watch, do you? Yeah, go on then. But boss watching it, yeah, buy it. Yeah, you can only have that bit out of it. Well, it doesn't actually tell the time. Yeah, of course it doesn't, because you need all the other fucking bits of the watch.
Yeah.
You can only have that bit of it. Oh, well, we're going to take 6 of them. Yeah, you can have 6 pieces,
That's happened
but you still
loads
haven't
of
got
times.
our watch,
That's
because
happened
they've
loads
still
of
got. They
times.
just replaced them 6 pieces and they've got the fucking watch back. Now, Thomas Frank is an okay manager for Brentford, right? Thomas Frank isn't a top level manager.
No, don't you think?
No, because the recruitment model's there. What's to say, suggest to you he is? Brentford's recruitment, like Keith Andrews has gone in, who hasn't, in my opinion, got a Scooby-Doo, and Brentford haven't really fucking missed a beat.
Mr. Beat, you're right, yeah.
And they've sold out loads of players, they haven't
Well,
missed a beat.
it happened with Brighton.
De Zerbi leaves Brighton, Potter leaves Brighton, Hertzler, it just keeps moving. So their culture and their recruitment model is absolutely what is their success. It's not the fucking person who stands steering the ship. It's all the crew hands. It's everybody else who are under the decks rowing. It's not the fella on the top with the captain's hat on, the parrot on his shoulder steering the ship on Match of the Day like we think it is.
I know,
So
I know what you're saying.
idiots who are running big clubs go, oh, we're shit. Right, let's take that little club who's overachieving's manager, and what do you get? Shit. Because you actually don't fucking upgrade your club. What you do is, you get the fella with the parrot on his shoulder and the captain's hat on and the wooden leg, and you go, oh, we've just signed Long John Silver there, have you? Yeah. Well, what about the rest of the fucking pirates who were fucking keeping the ship going? You haven't took any of them.
Yeah.
Chelsea tried it with Graham Potter, and then took all Sam Jewell and all the backroom staff. And Chelsea have got better because they took loads of staff. Brighton are still doing what Brighton's doing, but Chelsea took loads of Brighton staff, and then that's who's gone and found Estavio, that's who's gone and got all them. So Chelsea done it right. If you're going to take Graham Potter, take 68 other people from the club. All that Spurs do, Spurs took Thomas Frank and Justin Cochran.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 1 or 2 others as Thomas Frank staff, but Brentford have still got all the main parts.
Brentford and Brighton, their main cog is the data.
No,
yeah, and you can't buy that.
Culture, the main cog is their culture, and their culture's underpinned, Brentford and Brighton, by Matthew Benham and Tony Bloom, who are both gambling people who've built software that is ahead of the curve. Now, everybody else is trying to catch up, Liverpool and everyone else is trying to catch up. But in essence, I would describe this as, you've seen the film Moneyball, Billy Bean, and fucking, I don't know the fella's name, fucking Petey, who's
Billy Bean's Moneyball.
Billy Bean's the fella, but Petey's the assistant, who's the data man.
Oh, with the glasses, the fat one.
Yeah, Jonah Hill plays him.
yeah.
All right, but his name's Petey something in there, isn't he?
He's not fat anymore, is
Oh, he's slim now,
he's
yeah.
weird.
He's been on the pen, lad. And
That's
what's
been a
happened
mic
is, everybody, so in football in the Premier League, Tony Bloom and Matthew Benham are the Billy Beans, the Moneyball men, right? Everybody's chasing them. Now, they don't have the war chest. Brighton have obviously earned a bit more, but they've got a bit more than Brentford. But Brentford and Brighton are the ones who punch above the weight. everyone else is playing catch up. Everybody else now is the Oakland. They're the Oakland A's, and everybody else is trying to catch up on the data.
Yeah, well, I think if you remember when Everton done it, Everton tried to buy the hub when they went because Leicester. Remember Leicester?
I remember, lad. It was a fucking Steve. What was his name?
Steve Walsh.
Steve Walsh.
That's
just classic Everton. No, just nonsense. Nonsense.
Everton, the only club who could buy the best recruitment clubs data plus have a billionaire owner and nearly get relegated.
No, lad. Again, exactly. If they'd have known what this is, Everton is a case in point. A case in point of how the big clubs keep fucking the job up, because very clever people who run these big clubs are fucking imbeciles when it comes to football. Like, they don't have a fucking clue what they're doing.
He should have been
and that's the beauty of it is, the longer and longer this game goes on, the more and more people show their hand, they reveal their hand of being full of shit. Like, 90% of people in the game are full of shit. And there's 10% of people who have half got a clue what they're doing, and the fucking other 90% dying out and say, I'm doing well, aren't I? And it's like, you're actually not doing well. He's the fucking brains behind it, and you're just in the slipstream. And then the moment you go on, there's the stage, there's the spotlight. It's then bad karaoke, you can't fucking sing. Oh, I'm a great singer. Oh yeah, what was? Oh yeah, look, Adele's album. Yeah, I was involved. I done that with Adele. Did you? Yeah. All right, no problem. Go on, then here's a fucking... you can't even sing, you stupid cunt, out. That's what we're getting.
But I've heard,
we helped Adele make the album.
A real story on Steve Walsh. True story, this from a good source. What happened? Steve Walsh was getting cigarettes, I think he was getting.
What happened to him?
I know, well, listen, Steve Walsh was...
Where's he gone? Like Lord Lucan?
24 hours a day he was getting cigarettes, and he was over there, he was coming, and he brought cigarettes, and he said, I've got him back. And then Mashiri's turned up and gone, look what I've got. He had pulls out Wayne Rooney without him even knowing.
Lad, I can tell you, I know the...
like, what the fuck?
So I'll tell you the
Steve... balls off
okay, I'll give you more insight. So Steve Walsh was the Leicester guy, right? Yeah. I know Steve. Steve's a sound fella, right? Steve Walsh. So at Leicester. Now, what happened was, Steve Walsh was seen as this recruitment guru, right? Now, he wasn't.
Kante and all that.
No, because there was a guy called Greg Dachard, who's a French agent, who had N'Golo Kante, Riyad Mahrez, right? All right, so what happened was, he says to Steve, listen, you need to take these, and end up, that was the club he got them into. He didn't have a fucking clue who they were, and then them two drop in like nuclear bombs because they were massive players for them. Obviously, Vardy one drops in for them as well. But he was no recruitment guru. He fucking touched lucky because of his relationships with a French agent called Greg Dachard, who had access to them players. Now, Everton have gone, this is the recruitment guru. Yeah. And he actually hasn't got a clue, because who did we sign? We only signed players from the Premier League. We never took anybody from bizarre places. We signed everyone from the Premier League. Yannick Bolasie.
I'll get his transfers up. Sigurdsson, yeah.
Sigurdsson was a good signing.
So Everton thought they were getting this guru who's going to pull a fella out the Amazon jungle to fucking play centre forward and score for the new Romario, or someone from fucking Congo, or someone from fucking Siberia. And we ended up signing. Just went through the Premier League and went, yeah, he's a good player. We'll take him. Bolasie, yeah, we'll have him. Sigurdsson, we'll have him. Get on his recruitment.
I'm just trying to look for it now.
It was Premier League players. And again, like, this is the thing about it. It's like, how if I know that, how does Mashiri or the powers that be, who've got billions to spend, not fucking do their own work?
Why'd you Google some stuff and ChatGPT do other stuff?
I don't know.
So like, this is the thing about like these people, like,
habit.
It's just habit. Yeah.
It's just lazy. Like, it's lazy to go, oh, that must be the way. All you have to do is fucking ask around and do a bit of delving, and now they don't want to, because they don't want to let anyone know that we're fucking sniffing around them. Now, I just don't get it, and I just see, and this is the beauty of our game, this will happen for fucking centuries to come.
Vlasic, remember him?
This will happen for centuries to come, because fucking people with loads of money are fucking lazy bastards and think that they know everything and that they're smarter than the average bear. And every single time you see it, you just say, oh, there he is, getting his trolleys pulled down, that's another 100 million up the fucking schwanny.
Yeah, how much was Schneiderlin? You bought him.
Oh, lad, 25, 30 mil. He was fucking crapping.
Yeah.
From Southampton. It's like Liverpool's recruitment. You just buy off Southampton or any team that's doing well. Let's buy off them.
Steve Walsh did have Erling Haaland at Finch Farm.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, that's no good because he didn't fucking sign him. What good's that to anybody?
Yeah, he did have Harling.
Talking of models, what are working now?
Ollie Solskjaer said he had him at Man United.
No, definitely, yeah.
She's working.
Sunderland come back again from the depths. 2-0 down.
I criticised Sunderland. I thought it was a bit of a scattergun approach to signings in the summer because he just spent loads of money on signing players, but it's worked.
No,
I said to you,
Sunderland.
they'd
If you watch a
score
game, 2-0 down, Sunderland got lucky as fuck because that has never been a penalty.
Didn't watch the game.
Never been a pen. They got given a pen. That lad dived in the box, fucking penalty, get a goal, and then the stadium of lights when they get the tail up and get behind them, and they fucking come back into it because for me it was never a.
He moved it.
Absolute bettoed it.
Again, it's this playing out from the back nonsense, isn't it? How many times fucking teams getting caught playing out from the back now?
Josh,
Who
what do you
can't
want,
play? Good win for Sunderland, by the way,
on,
coming back from 2-0 down against Bournemouth, but also like how they've been given that pen, another soft penalty given. We talked about stupid red cards. I don't think we'll see that top the Paqueta one. That'll be the most stupid red card we'll see all season.
Which?
That Paqueta red card.
Oh, you won't see what? You won't see worse than that.
Burnley showing that they're fucking in big trouble for me.
Yeah, I think
big trouble. Scotty Nonsense Parker.
You were only saying that on Friday.
Yeah, I think they got. I just don't think they haven't got enough attacking quality.
They haven't got enough. No, they haven't got enough quality throughout the whole.
They don't have enough moments in the opposition half. So I don't know how you're going to win games if all you do is pass the ball on the edge of the box or in the middle of the pitch, which is that's Scott Parker, the crab. Backwards man, the backwards man. Remember Tom Green, the backwards man?
Oh, what a film.
That's Scott Parker, the backwards man, the backwards man. I can walk past the best you can. Remember?
What was that film
Tom
called?
Green.
Who
did he say
What was the film called?
Freddie got fingered.
Oh, what
That's
a
where he does the
film.
backwards man.
Freddie got
When he said, he allegedly, hang on a second,
No, it was
he
not
allegedly,
Steve, Freddie got
lad, you
fingered.
got to watch it. He allegedly started the podcast. Joe Rogan got the idea for the podcast off Tom Green.
Tom Green did, yeah.
But Tom Green used to do a fella called the backwards man where he'd wear the suit and all that on backwards.
And he walks through looking at his
That was Scott Parker. Scott Parker took that and developed it into his game and is now pushing it on Burnley, who's another recruitment model running with the American soccer nonsense potters.
They got that winger, haven't they, for Burnley, and he's decent.
Anthony.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's decent for Burnley.
Yeah,
who's going to take him? Liverpool going to take him?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Who's going to sign him?
No, he's a good player. But
but who's going to sign him? Because he's like, okay.
You could do a little Dwight McNeil and sign Anthony from Burnley. I mean,
I'm
it
saying,
could be one of them.
Burnley will go down this year. Leeds will go down this year. And then who are you going to sign off? Either of them. Who are you going to go and, like Dan James, anyone who sign Dan James in the Prem? No, he's quick, but no.
Anthony will be bored.
Calvert-Lewin, anyone who sign Calvert-Lewin?
No.
Scored at the weekend?
I know, yeah, but come on, he got lucky.
I'm just saying, scored at the weekend.
It bounced for him nicely.
Surprising result that though from City.
I had City with
you know
coupon. I got my coupon in Saturday. I was
-2
sweating on fucking Salford. Gary Neville, that nearly bounced in. Gary Neville, but they come back and won 4-3. I was sweating on Salford and Man City, fucking Foden, I took the fucking stupid white band off his finger and started scoring again.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing.
Do people asking about Neville? Just heard you mention Neville then about Neville in Qatar.
I seen Rio
yeah. He's absolutely been
Rio and Steven
swearing.
Gerrard were out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, Neville, the one who comes out and be like, oh, we shouldn't be held in a World Cup here, and then starts swearing for them again.
But Sir David was there. He was hanging out. He was trying to fight Dave Garner to get up Sir David's ring piece.
Was he balls deep in Sir David?
Oh, lad, was he? Sir David's doing the.
Did you see Sir David in the what's name in the pit?
Fucking
I think he was in McLaren's pit. Literally filming next to all the fucking mechanics.
Have you
seen his hair and his fucking what's going on? He's dying his hair. He's had the hair transplant. He's dying his hair, dying his eyebrows, facelifts.
It's not wrong with the little teeth and that.
Listen,
Do you see Nicky Button's goals? He gave him a bit though on their podcast.
By the way, did anybody see the Daily Mail article who nearly out of gigs?
Who?
Oh, there was a Daily Mail article about Ryan Giggs has been doing these £299 fucking sportsman's dinner or something, and in one of them he's claimed that Barcelona tried to sign him. It was the Man City, and then someone's coming out and caught him capping because it was like 6 years before Cheeky Bergstein and that were at Barca. So he's basically said this Man City mob. Oh, he needs to get HMR seed.
Oh, does he? Yeah.
Giggsy, because he's come out and said in a private function, because he's obviously persona non grata, isn't he? Because you can't allow him in a football club because he fucking absolutely tries to iron anyone's beard out who he can get his hands on. And they've done it. The Daily Mail's done behind the paywall. I've got it here. If you want, I'll show you that after. I'll give it to you if you want. Behind the paywall, someone sent me and said, "Have you seen this?" Because they know about the skullduggery that's gone on with Giggsy, and he said the Daily Mail fella has gone right up to the edge, basically saying, "Oh look, there's been a falling out here," and he's fucking but they know what's gone on, because obviously if we know what he's been up to,
of
then
course, the
everyone knows.
journalists know.
And again, he's been caught capping because he said, "Oh yeah, Man City." When I was at the Man City thing or something, the Man City crew who were at Barcelona pulled me and said, "We phoned Barcelona. We tried to sign you, and Sir Alex told us to fuck off." And that was like the joke of the dinner.
The dinner, yeah.
And then people have gone through and done the fucking
HMRC
research.
did.
HMRC did and gone, no, that Cheeky Bergstein and Juan Sariano, Cheeky Bergstein and Juan Sariano weren't at the club.
Yeah.
While you were playing under Fergie, they didn't come till 6 years later. They were working in some other fucking business here. So stop lying, you lying bastard. and basically HMRC them. So if he's out there, that HMRC, get Ryan Giggs' finger, get the Daily Mail article, because Giggsy's been capping. Now, I wouldn't expect him not to be a liar, because he was fucking shagging his brother's fucking beard for fucking 8 years, the fucking little rat bastard. So I would expect him absolutely to be a terrible porky pie. But why lie about something like that?
Do you reckon he did lie, or do you reckon he meant it, or do you reckon he's just forgot?
Well, no,
because there's no way you can come out and barefaced lie about something. I can't. Again, it's mad that to me.
Why would you make up that Cheeky Bergstein or Juan Sariano have told you that we tried to buy you, and Sir Alex, he said we phoned up, and what did Sir Alex say? He told us to fuck off.
It's mad.
So, but also, what else are you going to talk about at the dinner?
You're getting paid a few quid for it.
Yeah, you've got to make stuff up at the dinner to make yourself feel a bit more important, because no one can. The real question is, hey, have you stopped shagging people's beards yet? Hey Giggsy, have you just stuck to your own beard and stopped flattening all your mates' beards, or any of your brother's beard?
Yeah.
Or anyone's beard who you don't need to be doing the extracurricular activities with, and stop being an absolute ferret.
Yeah.
Sorry, can't ask you that, because that's the only question you need to ask him. But also, there's a reason he's not in the Premier League Hall of Fame, isn't there? I don't think they're going to put him in.
Well, if they haven't put him in now, they're not going to put him in, are they? Because he's well above all them.
They might as well close down. As much as I don't like him, you might as well close down the Premier League Hall of Fame, because he can't be taken serious if he's not in there. Who's won 13 Premier Leagues?
That's nuts. You know when you say that.
And he was talking about Bellamy, and he was talking about how gutted he was to lose the job and all that. But it's like, well, hang on a second. What about your brother, whose life you've ruined?
Yeah.
Because every time anyone thinks of him, he's an innocent fella, isn't it? Who's had a brother who's a superstar, who couldn't, Noah and Josh are brothers. Imagine doing that to your brother. Just imagine.
You couldn't imagine doing it to one of your good mates. Never mind your brother.
Well, again, one of your good mates is sacrilege, all right? But to your brother,
yeah,
it's wow.
That's
it's as perverted as it gets.
Yeah, it's beyond,
it's up there with me.
Beyond.
With it's actually no worse. It's worse. It's
not even just a goose, is it? It was like a full on, wasn't it?
I know what affair for years.
Few years, wasn't it? That's freaky.
It's horrendous.
Imagine a Crimbo dinners and that.
Roddy does seem like a bit of a fucking wet
wipe. Of all the things out there,
it
shows it. But I'm saying it shows about his mindset, because you go, even if she's game as a badger for it, it takes two to tango. So, but also,
yeah, but we know
you're the superstar. You could have been with any woman you want.
But you've gone for your brothers.
What kind of mindset are you to do that? Anyway, enough talking about that ferret. I've spoke about pretty much everything I want to talk about in footy there, apart from...
I was just saying before.
Pretty much everything.
Well, we've got a bit of a gap.
Oh, sorry,
can I announce
hang on
the
a second here.
winner?
No. One thing I want to talk about, the Saicedo challenge. Did anybody see Henkape's challenge and raise his elbow on Chalobah? Why didn't VAR go and look at that? Because for me, if that's a red card for Saicedo, then Henkape's has to be.
Well, I thought that was a red card as well.
So where's VAR there?
Well, VAR look at it and say no. So that's the incompetence and the mess that VAR is, that there's no consistency of any form with VAR this season and last season and the season before. It's a load of shit. Let's get rid of it. We know that. We've seen a lot of... But there was another one. There was City's goal, from the corner. I think it's a foul on the keeper. I think he's impeding the keeper from coming to get the ball. I think he is. I think he's blocking the keeper from coming to get the ball. He's impeding him, and he can't get the ball.
Did you come out today that Enzo Fernandez was offside in the builder?
He was offside. I've seen it. He's offside.
Come out
he's
and
offside
said it today.
in the builder.
So
VAR is. Everyone says, "Oh no, it's this automated system." It's not. It's still humans making mistakes. That's what VAR is.
I'm off. I wanted out the game. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
It ruins the game. I haven't gone to games and it being there. It ruins the game. Like the Liverpool Forest game. No one in the stadium knew what was happening. How can you buy a ticket for the game and get off your ass to get to the game and be less informed than someone sitting on the couch as a couch potato fan? It's wrong.
I think I don't think it's ever going to go out the game. I think
it's not helping the game, is it?
No. So in my opinion, the way we change VAR is we now stop VAR re-reference situations. The referee should use VAR as a tool, not as VAR overruling referees. Referee should go, I think that could be a foul or could be offside.
Can I have a look at that?
Have a look at that. Yeah. VAR shouldn't be going to the ref saying you need to go and look at this.
Well, there was a big moment. I watched AC Milan against Lazio, I think, last night. AC Milan went top of the league. I need to watch Modric just because I'm making a comeback, aren't I? I've signed on for a Saturday team.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just watching the main man just to see how he's playing the position at the minute. How the 40-year-old fucking superstar plays that position, and he's playing it so well. But also, right at the death, there was a goal line scramble and Lazio player had a shot and the defenders kind of turned it at the point of his elbow and blocked. VAR intervenes, ref goes to the sideline, Max Allegri goes absolutely bananas, gets himself sent off,
as you can
causes
see.
a fight with the Lazio, some staff member of the Lazio, it's nearly going off. Anyway, the ref comes over, and to be fair to the ref, he looked at it and went, nah, it would have got given in the Prem because of the weakness of ours, but he come to the side, then he went back on, mic'd up and went, no, give the finger the other way. Lazio, obviously, players weren't happy, but it was like the last kick of the game.
Yeah.
But also, it wasn't a pen. He couldn't get out the way. He didn't stick his arm out. He was turning like that, and it shot and it hit him there. And his arm's here. He's gone like that in the thing of the opposition player.
Your arms in front of your body?
No. The opposition, they were wrestling the two lads.
Yeah.
So the opposition player's arm was here, his arm was here, and as he shot, they were wrestling, and he's gone like that with his arm, and it's hit the arm and blocked. But he didn't stick it out. It was because he was fighting with the other defender.
And he's pushed his arm.
And it would have got given, I believe, in the Premier League. Our refs would have folded and give it because they've been called over. To be fair to the Italian ref, he didn't give it. And it was the right call, in my opinion, based on the way the game flowed. Anyway, Inter end up winning the game, going top of the league. Inter AC end up winning the game and going top of the league, which is a bit of a surprise. But also, there's a long way to go in that. Napoli came on later against Roma, and that David Neres showed some pace and scored a hell of a goal. But I'm honest to God,
that finished 1-0.
Some of the defending in Serie A, some of the play, Serie A is so bad.
It's not Serie A what we remember.
That's how when you go, McTominay and all that are doing great, because Serie A's crap compared to the Prem.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come back and do well.
Standard of Serie A.
Speaking of that, Jamie Vardy. Cremonese are playing Bologna away tonight, and Vardy scored 2, they're winning 3-1.
Lad, I had.
Do you know what I mean?
Vardy
got relegated last year, didn't he?
Stansfield to score or assist and a card, and the cards come in. And I had Bologna to win over 2.5. And the fucking Orsolini to score or assist, and he scored a pen.
So did you see, you're saying about the Formula 1, did you see any of it? Like Djokovic and all that?
I watched it, yeah.
Do you know what about Stevie G? He was dressed quite accordingly, didn't have a big mad watch on, didn't have the sunglasses
plain white
on,
t-shirt,
just one of the lads, and then you had the fucking Rio sunnies on and all that, fucking getting in a thing with Kevin Hart. Did you see the clip going? And I'm just going, lad, behave yourself. I like Rio, but I'm like, behave yourself. And also, I don't know whether you've seen the interview this week of the Qatari fella saying, we've got loads of journalists on our payroll and we pay journalists off. He's done a big interview.
I haven't seen that, no.
Oh, there's an interview done saying, we've got loads of journalists paid off, because obviously that's how they get political influence.
Of course it is.
And then you see Red Nev out there, and you go, Red Nev's obviously one of their golfers, isn't he? He's bought and paid for Red Nev. He must be, because Sir David's obviously bowed down and done all the stuff he must be a Freemason. In my opinion, Beckham's done a lot of work because he's done the London Helicopters, big Freemason sign. I think he's got the knighthood because he's joined the Masonic Lodge. And what did he do in the Masonic? What did he? Don't you have to sacrifice your eldest son?
Eat children.
Isn't that weird? How the beans on toast man's fucking being kicked out of the family, being burnt off. And then who else is one of his sons has been sacrificed? Charlie Sausage Fingers.
Charlie Sausage Fingers. Yeah.
Did anybody see? Have anyone seen Meghan Markle's jam? Anyone bought it?
Oh,
fella done a finger with the jam and just absolutely slaughtered it.
Did he? Yeah.
She's having a bit of a tough time, isn't she?
I'd have a go over jam, like.
Oh, lad, I can't bear it.
I'd have a go over jam.
I thought it was a bit unfair at the start, but now I'm like, my God.
I like it because I like Suits. What a series that is, by the way.
But she's lost her mind. Like, she's still making people call her the Duchess of Fingio, and they're not even fucking, they've been kicked out of the royal family.
After, yeah.
Yeah, but they have.
Well, she there's a lot of rumours going on about how she behaves and the way she is with people.
Well,
and she's making people call her the Duchess of Sussex and that, and they're like, no, they took that name off you, didn't they?
Yeah.
They all hate you. The royal family hate you anyway because you tried to call them all racists.
Yeah, but she was good in Suits. Got in with him and changed him. I used to like Big H.
I do like him. I still like him.
I think he's gone a bit
Lad, listen, when you've got a sociopath, right? Imagine what she gets up to. I only know this, and I'm not going to name his name, but one of my mates used to go out with one of these narcissistic sociopaths, right? Who said, lad, you've never seen anything like it. They fucking shag you until you've nothing left in you. Like, that's what that part of the manic. So fucking Harry's been like that, just floating around, hasn't he, doing a bit of goosing. And then next minute, she's come from Suits.
Got the claws
and
in.
just gone... And just started doing stuff to him, probably fucking all kinds of stuff that he's just been going.
You would.
What's going on here? and then she's gone. Now. So now you sit in the corner while I absolutely cause carnage with everyone else. But also wait till I get enough. He said honestly, he knows. He called her straight away. He went, she is one of these sociopath. Meghan Markle. He said, wait till you. He said, and poor Harry's getting the fucking absolute
getting
chopper smoked off him, and there's nothing he can do, just sitting there going,
I hope he's alright. I hope he's doing
So
alright.
it must be a terrible life.
But also it'll eventually come to an end because
all he's got to do is
she's
eat
a
a jam.
I genuinely believe she is. Have you seen the shows she does?
I've seen them.
Seen the
on
clips
Netflix.
of it, and it's just like
Toe curling.
it's just
toe
like
curling.
please stop. Now when they were all kicking off at her, I thought, fucking hell, she seems a bit arse. They're
I
kicking
thought
her
that
out
as
the
well.
royal family, but then when you see the way she is with her dad, and I'm just go, she's a crank.
Now, was when
She's
the best mate in that come out and was like, give it a bit, it was like, she used to like cast the bet on her.
She's a crap.
If you got one
she's
of
a
your
bunny
best
boiler there, lad.
Yeah.
You jib here, your car gets
But don't forget,
scratched and
all birds, they're all the same.
There's another level,
levels, though. There's levels.
Well, this
it's
is
what level you
interesting.
can deal with.
This is really interesting. I weren't even going to bring this up, but as you brought it up, I'm
I
actually
didn't
going
bring
to
that
talk
up.
about
I just
it
said
now.
all birds are cranks.
No, I don't agree with you there, right?
No, they've all got a level of crankiness. They have.
I don't know. Well, hang on, I'm going to come. I'm just trying to find it for you. I took a picture of something new. Please tell me I've got that. Oh no, I haven't deleted it, have I?
You don't delete anything.
Well, I was
book of yours.
scrolling through the thing and somebody put up the Chinese year of the thing, and
The dragon. What is it?
know where you should date. Like, so I'm a dog. Believe it or not, I'm Chinese year of the dog.
No.
And it says there, if you're a dog, you should go out with this or this. And anyway, I was like, I worked at my bird's birthday. And it said I should go out with the horse or the tiger. These are the reasons why. And actually, my bird's a tiger. She's 86. I'm 82. I'm year of the dog. And I sent it to her and she was like whatever it is. And that's a bit Chinese. I don't know what they got up to. But whatever your symbol is, I don't know what you are in the Chinese years.
I don't even know what I am.
You should be. It tells you what you're compatible with.
I'm the
So
worst
if you're messing
Rat.
around outside your zodiac, outside your Chinese signs, lads, you're gonna fucking get yourselves in a world of pain without even knowing. What are you, pig?
Water pig.
It's about right, isn't it? Like, and I only know this because a great mate of mine, and I took this as a compliment. Who's, as I say, he's in the SBS. He was a doctor in the SBS. He said to me, "Do you know what you are?" So I thought, I was going to give me some kind of compliment here. He went, "You're just a fucking cunty little dog."
Yeah.
I was like offended by it at the start, and then the more and more I thought about it, I thought, well, fucking. So we meant like a yappy, and I was like, no, I am a. Dogs have got great traits: loyalty, fearlessness, protective, loyal. Do you know what I mean? Like. Doesn't obedience? I'd say I'm not the most obedient. I've been probably trained properly, but like, a dog is man's best friend. It's a fucking good companion. There's a lot worse things I can be called than a cunty dog, but the more and more I thought about it,
worse than a cunty dog.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But the more and more I thought about it, I actually texted back at the bit and went, "You know what? I actually took that as an offence when you first said to me, but the more I think of it, it's like a term of endearment. So thanks for that."
Yeah, my missus is a rooster.
All right. What's yours say?
I'm compatible with a rabbit, goat, or tiger. So I'm not compatible with
What's
it.
the rat?
I didn't think a tiger and a water pig would get
So
on too well.
what was your
No,
first
I don't
wife?
think
What was your first wife? You're on your second wife now, aren't you?
I didn't get married first time now.
Well, you were. And technically, if you have kids, you're married, aren't you? You're just not married by the Christian thing. But if you have a kid, you're pretty much married. Or
I think,
you pay as much as if you're married.
yeah. Whatever the Chinese was, it wasn't compatible, was it anyway?
Well,
so.
let's see, though. Let's see. Because if it's compatible and you weren't compatible, then obviously it's wrong,
I
isn't
don't
it?
even know what it is.
Just while we're having a little look through, we've had a couple of super chats in. Sam Johnson was saying he's fed up. He's been a no holds barred member for over 3 months. Said he's just been fed up with the state of football, particularly the Premier League. It's overpriced. It's fucking boring to watch.
Correct.
It's shite, basically.
Correct.
He's losing interest like real quick.
Can't go agree.
The next super chat was from Mr. Andrew Edward. Sounds familiar. He's been a member of No Holds Barred 2 months. Do you think there will be a civil war in this country, Joey? Katie Hopkins spoke about it the other night, mentioning the Crusades are needed again. Now,
It's hard to disagree
have you
with.
seen the American film Civil War?
No.
No?
Oh, yeah.
No, someone was telling me about
Talking
it.
about
Have
the
you seen
Avengers.
it? I want the pictures with you to see it.
Oh, yeah.
The
It's a bit
Avengers film.
far-fetched, you mean that.
Yeah.
I watched a
It's supposed
Leonardo
America splitting up
DiCaprio
into
one
three
the other
states,
day, which is a
basically.
bit like that.
I was going to tell you to watch. It's a bit mad,
It's
isn't
not
it?
good.
Do you think it was good? I think it was good. I reckon.
I've seen better films than that.
I thought it was good. It wasn't a great film. It was a good watch.
Has
What a
anyone
weird
seen what
character
Katie-
Sean Penn is in there. People keep
Oh.
saying I look like Sean Penn, which I'm not having.
You're getting a few shout outs.
Do, to be fair.
Sean Penn, yeah. Sean.
Someone just said you look like Paulie off Sopranos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, with the wings, yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
grey wings, haven't I?
Um,
Robert De Niro in Heat I get a lot of.
Do
What's
you?
the goatee?
Could be
yeah,
worse.
goat.
Could be worse.
Got the goat on today, haven't I?
I get
But
Jack
what do
Black.
I
you
got
think-
Mazza before. I got Mazza.
Mazza, nice.
He was the curly hair.
Ratatouille.
I had Robbie Fowler's Love Child on Friday.
Did you? Yeah, it's the Muzzy Da.
Could be
Are
worse
we,
again.
are we going to release the reach out we've had, or are we keeping that under our hat?
Oh,
Oh.
I reckon
No,
See what the chat
keep
think.
hold of it. Keep hold of it.
for
Keep
now.
it in our
Keep
back
hold of it. See what
pocket.
the chat think, whether we should do a collab with them.
Oh no, we've got to.
Anyway,
we
we'll
definitely
see what
are,
happens.
but
Yeah,
we've
we'll
gotta
keep
go-
it under our hat. Yeah,
we've
we'll
gotta
keep
go-
it under
that'd
that
be
for the
funny,
minute. It
though.
hasn't fleshed out. Let's flesh it
Yeah.
out first.
I spoke to the chat. There's only 15 minutes left in this game. I said, but have a run through because we've got a full fixtures this week on the Premier League. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
should we have a little?
I've got a few bits I want to get in. There's a few bits I've missed out that I want to get in. The first one being, I don't know whether you've seen this. There's allegations that Mo Farah actually got into the country in place of somebody
Oh,
else.
that's old. And,
called Mo Farah.
and he took his name.
Yeah.
That's an old one now.
But it's saying false name and stolen identity,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it shows how weird our asylum system
That
is.
was an old rumour, which I don't know whether it's been
No,
kiboshed or not, but that's quite an old one.
So
now.
they put the two pictures up of both Mo Farah. So I think the other lad's name was Mohammed Farah. Now, hopefully he wasn't as good a runner as Al Mo is, because Mo ended up being a superstar for us, didn't he? And obviously went on to win gold medals and give us some some long distance success that we haven't had for the British team in the Olympics.
love it.
But also, there's probably somebody else, it sounds of it, called Mo Farah there, sitting twiddling his thumbs
Yeah.
because Mo's took his place.
Oh, do you know what's a great ball as well? You know.
Is that not fate?
Just
Is
not
that
got
not
the legs.
serendipity? Like, wasn't that meant to be that Mo came here, developed his talents, and became?
I think it was.
who-
Listen,
who
Mo's an
became Sir Mo
absolute.
We've
Farah?
stolen someone's identity.
The only thing
though.
about the only
Don't get it.
great point with
I don't know what happened there
Mo
though.
Farah was his trainer and his training partner both got done for
Salazar is his trainer, yeah.
Yeah,
was,
he got-
the gun, yeah.
they both his training partner and his trainer they both got done for
You have to say allegedly.
no they got done.
But there's a lot of
Mo's
smoke about it. Mo and Paula Radcliffe, because I remember Paula Radcliffe when she had the wonky head and all that, and she was like always out the back. She was a good level athlete, and then she just went into turbo drive. It's the big thing I've got. If you've watched the Icarus documentary about the Russian,
That's brilliant though.
but our athletes were beating Russian athletes we know were doping at the London Olympics. Our athletes were tabling and medaling above them.
Of course
So
it is, so we were
what
doping.
were we on?
Well, we were on the best gear.
Well, I asked
We
Sid
were on-
Dave Brailsford
we were
about
on the
that when I
British
done the
stuff.
podcast, and we had to move that out when I done the Edge podcast, and he
Yeah.
had obviously it's Dave on. And one of the things I said to him was, "Have you seen the Icarus documentary?" And because he was one of the
The
bigwigs
trainers,
in the Olympic
yeah.
camp there. Oh, sorry, not Dave Brailsford, Clive Woodward. Sorry, Sir Clive Woodward it was. Got them mixed up there. Different night. And Clive didn't really want to answer that. Because I'm going, well, hang on a minute. Icarus documentary, we know for sure the Russians were drilling through the wall, and there's got proof they were doped out their minds. And our athletes were beating them. So it's like, well, what were we fucking on?
Oh no, this is actually true. This one, okay.
Is this Mo Farah you're on about? Yeah, come on. give us
So
it.
Mo Farah revealed in 2022 that he was born Hussein Abdi Kahini in Somaliland, not under the name most people know. As a child,
Sure he wasn't Eritrean.
yeah, could have been Eritrean. They were just this, and you can't say that though because they fucking look identical. As a child, about 8 or 9, he was illegally travelled into the UK, not brought by relatives but by a woman he didn't know, and entered the UK under someone else's name, Mo Farah.
But doesn't this show how bad our immigration, our asylum policy is?
No, that's not a shock, is it? We know how fucked up it is. I've got a
So it's
video.
child
I've got a
trafficking.
video
One more
there where
corner
I'll
for
show
my
you
bet
about the fella coming on
One more corner for my bet.
about a fella coming on the beach who's been in
anything,
France for
Birmingham.
7 years, but he's been in jail for 5 of them. He's like, yes, I'm in Britain, made up. Like, what's going on? But so he didn't steal the identity.
Imagine we didn't have an ocean to protect us. Imagine what would be happening in our country now. No wonder Germany and France and Italy and all that must be overflow with chaos. Like, we've actually got a natural border, which is the English Channel.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine we didn't have that. Like, we're already porous and it's already a joke. Imagine we had a land border.
If Zach Polanski gets in, he's going to build about 10 bridges and let them all...
He's not getting in.
He wants a borderless country, doesn't he?
Yeah, he also wants to legalise drugs, though, doesn't he? So he got my attention after that. I was okay, well, what are you saying here? So he doesn't believe in decriminalising drugs. He believes in legalising it.
Well,
which is logical, because the war on drugs for me has failed. So you might as well make it legal and tax the fucking life out of it.
Well, most, like, look at America. How many states over there have legalised drugs over there, like marijuana, and the taxing the fuck out of it.
It's not done that. So some drugs are illegal, and then you just go, just get on the OxyContin then, because it's just a legal version of heroin, isn't it?
That's exactly what OxyContin is. Legal
so I'm like, they've legalised certain drugs, but also pharmaceutically, you can get all kinds of drugs that are actually the same, but you're just paying. So you've actually made them legal anyway. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you might as well make it all legal. So you decriminalise. You're taking people out of jail for selling it or importing it or getting caught with it or funding habits to get it.
You're removing the criminal aspect of it as well. Not just the drug. You're removing the criminal aspect of it.
So my thing is, you can't stop it. And the reason we know you can't stop it is, you can get any drug you want in this country, right? If you fucking just use your noggin. Also, Category A prisons, the maximum security prisons, have got drugs and mobile phones and contraband and all that in. So if you can't keep it out of your maximum security prisons, what fucking chance have you got? So the war on drugs has failed. You might as well fucking legalise it, control it, and fucking profit from it via the tax fucking system. And because you're not going to stop people who are adults taking drugs.
Well, the only reason why, if you look back into the history of marijuana, the only reason why it began and started in America, it became illegal. It goes back to the war. So what happened when they had from in the deep south in America, all like the black community was coming in from in the war, and they were going in America, and they had like I don't know what they call the camp, the war camps, but all the blacks.
Corner, Josh.
But
got me corner.
Yeah.
Nice.
But all the blacks were smoking marijuana, and they were dancing with all the white girls. So they were taking all the white girls off the white fellas. So all the not MPs over there, are they? So
senators,
all the senators and governors over there now said, okay, we're going to criminalise marijuana. So they putting all these blacks in jail and just like moved them away from all the white girls so the white lads can have them back again. That's why it got criminalised. Not to do with how bad it is as a drug.
America had prohibition at the turn of the century, do you know what I mean? So, like, alcohol is as dangerous a drug as any. It kills more people than any other drug. Alcohol. But also, as I say, for me, I'm like, what's the point in wasting police resources and money to stop drugs coming in when we just can't? We might catch some of it, but so you might as well tax it, legalise it and control it. Put it like the certain countries, I think Holland, maybe Germany, have put areas where you can go and use, you know, in a controlled way.
You can have a small,
like Amsterdam, you know, people go there or whatever. So I'm going, actually now, stop fucking draconian measures and lock them. Actually use a 21st century model. If you can't keep it out your maximum security prisons, we're going to have to say we're not going to be able to keep it out the country. There's too much traffic and too much stuff coming in. So if you can't keep it out your jails where you've got absolute control end to end, locking people in the room, getting them out, and you can't stop it there, what fucking chance have you got at the rest of the country?
Yeah,
none.
But it's mad because the way some people push back against it is like say, oh well, it would put pressure on our NHS because it's bad, it's this. Well, tobacco and alcohol already, the pressure on the NHS off them too is astronomical. So
but it's not only that, we also know because of Freeway Ricky Ross in America that the fucking CIA were fucking peddling crack cocaine into fucking certain communities to fund military coups in fucking Central America against governments they didn't like.
Yeah.
So it's actually, when I look at it, I go, we've 100% got the same problem here. Make no bones about it, our intelligence agencies will be using high-level street criminals and drug gangs to fucking get infiltration at certain parts.
But I guarantee you, Keir Starmer's never ever smoked a spliff in his life. No.
Don't know,
No, he's
because
definitely on the child though.
don't know.
No, he's
hang
on the
on,
poppers,
hang
eh?
on.
When
What
did
about
He's on
them Molotov cocktails the Ukrainian fellas were throwing at his house?
He's on the rush. He's not on the rush. He's not on the splits.
Listen, well, maybe if you
Not a chance.
if you Keir Starmer, when he went out as part of, don't forget he's been caught in Czechoslovakian when it was under the Iron Curtain, files from when he was a kid going out there. So what were they up to out there?
No, he like, can I buy one pot, please,
No,
sir?
no. Keir Starmer is. There's a lot more to that man than meets the eye.
No, he's an absolute puppet. No.
Well, again, there's a lot we're being hid from. Like what's going on with them three fellas who were throwing stuff at his house?
We don't know.
What were they doing there? What's going on with them?
We don't know.
Two of them have pleaded not guilty, so it's going to come out in the
come
wash.
out. It's got
unless
to
they get to them first.
Unless they get Epstein.
This is a big thing, all right? So you were talking about this a few years back. You know one of the MPs you mentioned? Bangladesh and Tower Hamlets in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
One of them's been given 2 years jail in absentia in Bangladesh. An MP called Tulip Sadiq.
Okay.
On corruption.
Was anyone shocked?
So, yeah, but I'm going... but she's still an MP, yeah?
Oh, he's an MP here?
No, she is.
She's an MP here and she's been jailed for corruption in Bangladesh.
She's been given 2 years in Bangladesh for corruption because she's one of them... I'm not aware. It's only you've made me aware of it. And actually... But she's still an MP here. So I'm like, hang on a second. You've tried to get an MP in both countries. Yeah. You're still an MP, yeah. But Bangladesh won't you.
Gone.
You got 2 years jail there, and you're still... I'm like, why are we not... What the fuck's going on? Like, how are you still an MP here?
Because we're soft.
But I'm like, how's that even possible?
We are absolutely soft.
The NHS, Gloucestershire. Josh, you want to get a fucking bit of trade off these? I've spent £750,000 of taxpayers' money on replacing one door in their hospital. And the hospital only has 88 doors on it. They've replaced one at the cost of £750,000.
That's why the NHS is fucked. I know for a fact.
Why?
Because it's corrupt.
Washing money.
So 88 rooms could have had the same thing, and if they charge £5,000 per door to change 88 other doors, it would have still come in under the £750,000 that NHS Gloucestershire spent on the one door.
What is
so
it like a fucking
the NHS doesn't have a funding problem, does it? Clearly,
no,
the NHS has a fucking spending problem.
Well, I told you this already. If you go to the hospital and they give you a paracetamol, it costs the taxpayer about £9 for that one paracetamol.
So what do we do here? Like, what do we do? Genuinely,
we need an NHS Doge. That's what we need.
Well, there's that much
fucked off on it.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't been fucked off.
There's that much fucking waste in the NHS. And listen, by the way, if you need the NHS, it's a fucking lifesaver, obviously.
I'd never say get rid of it. It just needs fixing, bro.
But again, it's not fit for purpose because there's that much waste in it.
It's deflected. It's not an handball. It can't be.
There's that much fucking... If they're spending £750,000 to change one door in one hospital, what other fucking nonsense is going to be out there?
That is gross negligence, that though.
That's not gross negligence, that's corruption.
Yeah.
That's corruption.
And what the fuck is going to get done about it?
Someone's bought a big mansion off that. I'm telling you now, someone has some brown envelopes. Yeah, the fella who sold the door, he's got brown envelopes going left, right, and centre there.
But surely that's
at the end of the match,
how obvious can you make it?
There's got to be a trace of that though.
Follow the money and you find out. But that's what I'm saying. But they won't let independent accountants go and have a look at this NHS stuff, will they? Because they know it's corrupt and they know what goes on. I said I know a company who builds the all the stainless stuff for the NHS. Fucking owner's a multi-millionaire.
There's a 1,100 in the chat here.
Yeah.
Good, isn't it?
They're always chatting about that.
Decent. Well, listen, chat, get your questions in. There's 6 minutes left. 4 minutes left in the game. I'll answer. I've got a couple of things to talk about, but I'll answer all your questions from kind of 10 till 10:30. That's fair enough. I'll bang through questions. 10 till 10:30.
Quarter past. I need the shit.
All right. For me, a couple of things here just to fire through.
I've got one thing you want to talk about.
All right, a couple of things just to fire through here.
We still need to announce a couple of things as well.
The winner.
I don't know whether you've seen George Aberoni, the guy who was in the Oxford Union debating thing, who's been celebrating Charlie Kirk.
He's absolutely shit himself.
He's done the old left-wing media tour. I've seen him on LBC. I've seen him on a BBC programme. What's the point of he had this mad pink cricket jumper on.
Did you see?
What's he trying to say? It was a joke. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to say.
It didn't come across that way to me.
Did you see? I forget who the fella was who was doing the lecture, and he was just getting absolutely hounded by all the people inside in Oxford.
Yeah, it's the Palestinian fella who's
he told
converted to Israel, Mohab Han.
Yeah, you know,
he told him a few home
he's
truths.
fucking aggressive,
He's
man.
good,
Him.
him.
Like, I love him arguing with people like he's an aggressive man. Him. I wouldn't want to have a debate with him
But did
because
you
he
see
knows
what-
his topic, doesn't
Did you
he?
see the women were just screaming at him?
Well,
They were
again,
like- and he was
Well,
like,
that's what
that's
the
the
lefty
point.
do.
That
That's
is
what
the
they
left
do.
now.
Point.
They scream. Well, what's Charlie? What's his name? Not Charlie. Aberonia.
George Aberonia
He was
or
the
something.
chair of the debate community, the debate fraction of that. And he was debate. This is how much of a knobhead he is. He had a debate with someone, put his points across. When the other fellow to speak,
Put his headphones on.
put his headphones on and just stood back.
But listen,
What a knob.
But again, he's a young man who's
He's a
fucked
young
up here.
knobhead.
He's a young man who's been given advantages because of certain political movements,
Yeah.
political social movements, and that has probably gone to his head. He's been elevated far beyond his ability.
Brain capacity.
And unfortunately, they blew his gaskets to the point where he's 40, he can say anything. Now, the thing is, if you debate somebody like Charlie Kerr, who's a well-known figure, surely you don't fucking celebrate his death. Now, he's paying the price for that, and he's a young man, and he's come out and apologised, and you have to say, do you know what? You know, everyone can make mistakes, and let's see what he does. But the fact that he's being platformed by LBC and the BBC shows you exactly where they're at. You know, they were probably equally as delighted with them saying
100%.
what had gone on. And obviously the Trump and the Farage thing, we can see that they are no longer impartial. They have been corrupted by the left. Now, in my opinion, it needs to be defunded and it needs to go a subscription model because it's lost its partiality. And that's the last I want to talk about, that little bit. Just to flip over, I don't know whether you've seen this, lads, but I've only seen the clips and doing the rounds and stuff like that. But we found out that ITV and the I'm a Celeb voters are racist.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. You know what? I've watched I'm a Celeb. I've watched it this year. And Alex Scott, absolute boring as that brick off in the corner. She just offered nothing.
No way.
Offered nothing. I
See,
mean,
yeah, when I see it on Footy Focus and all that, I always think she's going to be brilliant. Yeah, dead funny, dead like got loads about her and all that. It's like,
No.
'cause she's brilliant.
but then, so I was shocked. The other fella, I don't even know his name. I don't,
Eddie something.
I don't. So no one knows him. He's a DJ.
What is his name? Genuinely get his name.
Eddie. I'm a Celeb, Eddie. So this is
How
the
do you
whole
watch
point.
a program you don't even know his name?
I can't watch any.
Is that because
point.
they've not been given airtime, or is that because
No,
they're
he was
fucking
given
boring?
airtime. It's Eddie Caddy. Now he could be a really nice fella.
How's he a celeb if nobody knows him?
That's my point.
What
So
is
that's
he?
why it's been. He's a DJ in the Afro, in Radio 1 Extra on this Afro channel.
heard of him,
So he's a DJ on this. So I've never heard of him. So it's no shock he's been voted off because no one knows him. He could be a nice fella. He could be like a dead side. He could be dead funny, but no one really knows him. There's other people like H who's got a big following. Angry Ginge who's got a big following. There's other
Seen
people.
him crying for his ma the other day, and I'm like, oh,
I know.
lads.
I
Doesn't surprise you though.
it don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
lad, how
But-
old?
but-
Imagine he's only been away a couple of weeks. It's not like your ma's died. There's something like, why are you crying? Like, fucking, honest to God. Don't ever put my name in your... When you get out and when you watch this, Angry Ginge,
Angry
don't
Ginge,
ever...
I've
If you're
half-
crying because you haven't seen your ma for a couple of weeks, don't be fucking coming and talking about proper fucking dudes like me in public.
No, I'm going to defend him a little bit. I think he's come across all right on there.
I'm not saying he's a bad lad, by the way, but also...
I think he's come across all
I've
right. But
seen
still,
you cry on the telly, cry on the telly. I've seen you cry on the telly.
Was he just crying?
That's what the Barmy Army was
because he
singing to
missed her?
Steve Smith.
Was he just crying because he missed her?
He wasn't just crying.
sure.
Or
Lad, there
is
was
he-
3
has he got
separate
something wrong with her or
occasions where he
something?
broke down in tears. I'm mad at me mum. That's what happens if you don't get Mickey rubs at the right time.
no,
Sitting
but I
in
mean,
your bedroom,
Eddie, my
playing
battery's
computer
gone, yeah,
games.
you gotta charge it there.
Get out, get
Well,
yourself
see,
about,
that's-
get your Mickey rubbed.
But that Eddie, I said, could be a nice fella. Don't know, but I don't know who he is.
But also, ITV viewers must be racist here because that's two
Yeah,
black people, the first
so
two
it's-
people.
yeah,
out,
it's
must
not-
be racist.
It's a public vote.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
but
that's
so
what
who's-
Daphne's saying. The
so
British
who-
public
the
are
far
racist.
right, the
who's
far
racist?
right who
The
watch.
British public who
No,
watch it are
I'm a
racist.
Celeb is notoriously watched by the far right and the EFO nationalist. Everybody knows that I'm a Celebrity is one of the prime far right, white only, white is right TV programs. How fucking mad are they that is the thing, yo, that 2 black people have been voted out and instantly it's racist. What the fuck?
Seeing people saying because Angry Ginger's crying about his ma, people now call him emotional Ginge. Sad Ginge.
Lad,
Angry Ginge, now he's sad
and
Ginge.
but he's a grown man, so
I know.
If they phoned up and went, Angry Ginger Mars died while you're in the thing, oh yeah, I can get him getting upset. Oh, fucking hell.
No,
the fact that you're missing your mum and you're a grown man. And also, when he took his top off the other day, he had tits. He had tits.
Were they nice?
He's a ginger-haired person with tits.
Were they pert?
He had saggy tits. And he's ginger hair, and he's a man over the age of 20. Over the age of 20, is he?
How
20,
old?
21?
But I'm saying he's still.
20s.
How old is he? Camp, give us his age.
I think.
And you're crying on the box 3 times because you're missing your mummy. And then you're out there getting Angry Ginger, having Rooney and have a bat and a bat. Lad, pipe down, crying on the telly.
24 he is actually. I thought he was younger.
24. You're nearly as bad as Harry Maguire because he had a fucking dust up in Mykonos crying on the telly. If you cry on the telly, you can't go out there throwing all mad insults and all mad shouts as if you're some kind of.
You know what? He's going to win it. You know.
I don't care. But
I think
he's
he's
been
gonna
crying
win it.
on the telly, so he's actually lost. No matter what he wins, he's lost because, like George fucking Galloway, as good as you are, and you can stand up in the Senate and be an orator. Sorry, George, you were in a catsuit crawling around, pretending to be a cat, licking
your
people,
hand,
licking things. So sorry, for all the money in the world, we can't ignore that.
Oh, God, like
we cannot ignore that.
You've been away for a week at this point, apparently, or like
that is the equivalent of
like
somebody finding out that you get pegged by your bed. It's exactly the same. You can't walk in and start giving any stick out because people just go.
Did you get that much shit? No, when you got found out.
People just go. No, you're in there. And you're in the dressing room and you're giving the banter out and all that. People just let you go on. Then you go. Hey,
did you get pegged by your bed?
Hey, did you get all onion? You start cutting onions in the jungle, but you fucking cutting all the onions up on the thing. What? What were you crying for? You fucking soft cunt. You're 24.
So was he crying because of his ma or because it was like
he was crying because he missed his ma.
Is that what it was? Definitely.
I've just said.
He was crying because he missed his ma, lad.
A girl tweeted, "Well done for Angry Ginge showing men can cry after missing his family for 8 days."
Angry Ginge is mental age of his audience, 14 years old. Someone just put that silly goose 624. I agree with you. Like, he plays computer games in his bedroom, shouting at the screen as if he's some mad guy, some big hard guy and misfits and all that, and playing in celeb games. And then he's crying on the telly because he's in the jungle. And you know in a couple of weeks you're going to get out before Crimbo, you're going to see your ma, you can buy her a nice present, you're getting a few shilling.
Yeah.
Why are you crying on the telly?
A couple of weeks.
For 8 days, you'd be like...
It shows he hasn't grown up, doesn't it? It shows he hasn't grown up because a grown-up 24-year-old man, right, wouldn't be crying unless something bad's happened. You know, you can be sad and go, fucking hell, I've missing... If you've got kids, I can get it. Oh, I miss me kids, I get that. Your ma, like, come on.
The Echo did a full article about it, you know, about him crying about his mum.
Did they, yeah?
And said...
I haven't even read any of that.
Angry Ginger's real name is Morgan Birtwistle, revealed he was homesick. He was homesick and he was emotional not being able to contact his mum.
But again, people go, oh, it's so brave, that's the modern man. And you go, no, that's why we are fucked, because people are crying because they're going on a TV show that if you do well, you're going to be in there for a month or whatever. You know you're not going to see your ma. You go, no, surely you prepare yourself, I'm not going to see my ma for a month there.
Getting weighed in.
And you know the whole world's watching, so is it an act from him? Has he gone, is he clever enough to go, I'll get the sympathy vote here? Well, if that's the case, I'll go, you know what, respect you, but also you got people like me now, if you ever utter my name in public again, I was going to be putting the videos up of you crying.
Seeing you crying in the jungle.
You've been crying on the telly. Harry Maguire, gibbet lad. If Harry Maguire was put, I'd say, Harry, go away from me now for us, because I can't take you serious, you were crying on the telly, lad. Morgan Birtwistle, dusty away now, lad. Get yourself over there, lad, because I've seen you crying on the telly. Behave yourself. Even if he wins it and comes out and he's king of the jungle, I go, oh, is right, but there's no one else who's king of the jungle or queen of the jungle. Jill Scott. Who cares? King of the jungle, queen of the jungle. Who cares? Nobody cares. Going on there and eating kangaroo bollocks for 100 grand, 200 grand. Who cares? Who wants? Who cares?
Okay, that's a question. How much would the cost figure-wise?
Mate, there's no price.
No price.
There's no price. It's like me going to Saudi and working in. There's no price. I am somebody who isn't for sale. Surely you've worked that out by this point. The amount of times I've had to leave a club, Newcastle, because I just went to the owner. No, not having your bollocks. Go and fuck yourself. I've done Rangers with the manager. But surely he's realised I'm one of the few people on this planet who you cannot buy.
2 million quid.
I'm not for sale. I am not for sale. You couldn't buy me.
2.2.
And I will die as somebody who is not for sale.
They pay your legal fees.
Well, listen, I'm not for sale.
I'm there.
I'm not for sale. I am uncorruptible. You cannot buy me. I'm one of the few people on this planet who you can't buy.
Respect. I'll do
And
it for
that's
10 grand.
43 years, and you'll
How much did you do it
realise that.
for?
5 grand.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But I'm scared.
What I couldn't do is jump out the helicopter. If someone said to me, "It's £1 million
Oh,
in
yeah,
a
I don't
suitcase," jump out the helicopter, I'd say, nah.
I don't
No?
think I
I'd
could
do that for shits and giggles. I'd jump out the helicopter.
No,
for
no,
nothing.
Have you
would
not? Have you skydived?
Twice.
Have you?
Yeah, you'd have a New
You
Zealand.
got
New Zealand, did
I
you?
done it out of a plane, and then as I landed, I went, fucking hell, that was unbelievable. I was shitting myself the first time. Can I get back up and do it again? Because I wanted to enjoy it the second time.
You done it twice in a row?
Twice, I got down.
On the
I
same
went,
day?
I'm going to go on the
New
next
Zealand, though,
plane
was that
up
in?
because I was shitting myself, and I was like, fucking
Yeah.
hell, I haven't took this in. And I'd done it the second time because I thought, well, if the gods want me dead, it'll be today. And then in the afternoon, I went after that and done a bungee jump off the highest natural one over water in the world
What
Where?
was better?
in Taupo, New Zealand.
What was better?
Is that the one
Made
where?
the bungee jump more scary
Is
because you
that,
see the ground coming at you.
Yeah, yeah.
that
You
the one-
going
is
at
that-
the
is
ground,
that
you haven't
when-
got a parachute on your back.
The
Fuck
thing
that,
goes
lad, I'm
all
not
day.
doing anything like that,
The
mate.
aeroplane one is all
wasn't you?
day.
Was you with Mash then? And you couldn't
Yeah,
do
Mash
it.
couldn't get to the edge.
He couldn't do it.
But
Yeah.
by the way, I was double. I'm like, yeah. I got to the edge, and he's going, yeah, go on. And I'm trying to throw myself over, and my legs wouldn't go. I swear on my kids' lives, I was like that. Look, going, and my legs knew were going. Nah, we're not going over there. I was going, come on, going like that. My legs were just stuck, and in the end, the fella just went boom and just kicked me off.
Yeah.
And lad, I swear to you, as I was coming down, I was screaming, but no noise was coming out because I was that like. And then I went down, and I didn't hit the water. I stopped before the water and come up. And as I was coming back up, then the noise started coming out. By the way,
Best
the bungee
feeling.
jump is fucking scary. Well, scarier than skydive. I've done 10,000 foot skydive. I was strapped to somebody, obviously. But that's like a nice, you'd like float down a bit. It's like, wow, this is good. You're shitting yourself
Yeah,
at the
'cause it's
start.
slow, isn't it? Like,
Would do £1 million. Promise you, I wouldn't.
no, I don't. No,
Joking.
I'd do it for a mil. I'd do it for a
I'd
mil,
do
like.
it if someone just paid me and didn't even pay me for it.
I'd
just
do
for
it-
shits
I'd
and
do it
giggles.
without a parachute for £1 million.
If somebody said you've never done it, you'd have to do it on your own with a parachute, and we're only going to give you 1 hour training for £1 million, would you do it?
Yeah.
So you haven't got
Okay.
anyone on your back. You've got 1
a
hour.
mil.
They could say, we're going to give you an instructor for 1 hour. It's like a game show, this.
It can't be that hard.
Lad, this
Yeah,
is the
I'll
ultimate
do that.
game show.
Listen, Netflix
This
will
is
buy that.
Netflix. This is the ultimate game show, all right?
People might die.
You've
but,
got 1 hour celebrity parachute jumping. You've got 1 hour to learn it, and then you're out the plane. And if you just splat on the floor, you go, hey! Well, there's Bob Carroll G's gone, and there's fucking Angry Ginger in the ground. Unlucky lad, you should have learned. It's a great way of getting rid of celebrities who are thick as fuck. I'm on Netflix. I'm
Squid Game.
patenting that. I'm patenting. Is that what it's called? Patent.
Patent.
I'm patenting that. I'm having that. Lad, what a quiz show that'd be.
Who do you reckon? Who are the 5 first celebrities who would play for?
No,
do you think?
it's a quiz though. So it's a quiz, and if you get questions right, you get 5 questions right, you get an extra 5 minutes, so you get an hour and 25 minutes possibly.
You go higher.
If you get them wrong, you only get the hour. Now, once you commit to the game, you've got to go out the plane and you get a parachute.
How much training do you need? You go.
You get 1
jump
hour.
out and pull that.
No, lad, it's a bit more than that.
Is it?
Oh yeah, obviously, otherwise the fucking
it
parachute
though?
regiment
you've
would
got
just
to
go,
pack it
yeah,
yourself?
sound, there's a gun, fucking
Yeah.
jump out and pull that.
You've got to pack the bag
Yeah,
yourself.
if you
No,
lose,
no,
you
it's
lose 5
packed for you.
questions, you pack it yourself.
No, it's fully packed for you, right? It's a parachute packed for you. You've got an hour. You get 5 questions. If you get all 5 right, you get an hour and 25 minutes lesson, or an hour, and then you're out the plane, right? You're getting paid. You get paid beforehand. So if you splat on the floor, family get the money. If you survive, happy days. But it's £1 million for your family. If you splat, lad, there's loads of fucking celebs who are going bankrupt who fucking take that on. Dean Gaffney will be riding going, what? I've got a credit card bill to play. Gives the hour. He'd only get the hour. Or he might get an hour and 10. Next minute, lad. Imagine that for a fucking quiz show. You tune in for that. Who's on it this week? Fucking hell, we got Jim Davidson on this week and Sinbad from Brookside. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking-
I got fucked off by Dean Gaffney in Ibiza one year. Just absolutely fucked me off. Just went, "Oh, Dean, where's Wellard?" Every 2 minutes to him, and in the end he went to me, "Hey,
Bates never
fuck
heard that
off."
before. Bates, that's the first time.
I was a lad. I was fucking obviously bladdered. He went to me, "Oi, fuck off."
Bantosaurus.
Okay,
We
yeah.
met him in town once. He was fucking sound.
Killed me off.
Dean Gaffney. I seen a
Was
funny
he?
video
He's
of
a
him
bit
the
of a
other day.
chocolate
to be
moose
fair.
back in the day, weren't he?
Was he?
He was a bit of a chocolate moose.
That's it. He was on the jungle, weren't he?
You know, you're that
And
pissed. You think,
he
what was
was
I?
funny on that.
What was I
Another bit
saying
of
to him?
madness for you. I don't know whether you've seen this. A man was arrested at Heathrow Airport and put through 13 weeks of hell by the police.
This is what I've got on my
For-
notes here.
Getting a picture in America where
Yeah.
he was shooting a gun. He went on
Hell.
holiday to America, fired the gun.
That's
got
not allowed.
arrested in-
Posted on his LinkedIn, and then got complaints.
Someone's grassed him up.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like terrorism.
So the police had gone around to question him. I said, "Listen, I was in America. Here's my pictures. Here's where I was." He said, "What are you doing at my door?" But then they come back to him and arrested him under firearms offences.
Utter woke nonsense.
Wow. Has he got like a criminal record where he can't touch
No,
guns or something like that?
no. In the end, the CPS threw it out. Said this is fucking nonsense.
But again, if they're wasting time on that, what are they
Biggest waste
missing?
of time ever.
Why are they not stopping this illegal invasion of the country? Why are you worried about some fella on holiday in America getting a picture as a shooting range where guns are legal? Like, what
Yeah, it's a load
what
of
the
shit.
fucking hell's that got to do with... how are they even policing that?
Did you
How is that even coming to their attention? Shouldn't they be looking for
Paedophiles.
Axel Rabjikana,
Yeah.
Mark II? Or
Instead of letting
whoever,
them off.
or the fella that you let in who fucking blew up the Manchester Arena?
Yeah.
Have you seen the artificial lamb what they're growing inside that?
Oh, yeah.
Scary, you know.
Rough lad, horrible.
So scary.
We feel
They're
sick.
trying to do away with men. That's what's going to happen. That's the end game there. You do not need a man now.
Why don't we release a virus and then just fucking use these and
A virus
have the
that's
DNA
actually-
where they're fucking.
I just
don't
think
get
it's
affected.
Has
terrifying.
anyone seen the Rogan with...
I think it's terrifying. that.
Is it Bert? Who have we got here?
What about the
Ben Van Kerkwijk, the Australian fella who's into the pyramids and all that, and
Oh,
they're saying about
the Book of Enoch, isn't it?
structures underneath the pyramids and all that, and that
They got
there's
a
a tic-tac-shaped
line.
object that is metallic, that looks like a fucking spacecraft that's underneath it, that they haven't even... So what's under them pyramids? They make no sense to me. That's why I know religious books, as we're known, is nonsense, because...
they outdate them.
Like that, they don't. There's just so much unexplained stuff around that points to an ancient civilization that we've forgotten about, or that we've conveniently blocked out to fit this control narrative of mainstream.
Is it the
religion.
same fella who was talking about the oceans at the beginning of the podcast? He was saying there's that
He's
much.
like an Aussie guy. No, they were talking about the pyramids right out the gate. Because
get on it
Rogan's
tomorrow.
big UFO conspiracy guy, isn't he? And he was talking about obviously what's under these the Kufre
Is it the one where Rogan's gone onto his podcast? 'Cause he's
No,
done his
I've
first
seen that
podcast?
today. I've seen that today.
I haven't seen it.
No, he's on Rogan's thing. He's an American guy, and there's obviously a lot. There's a lot we're not being told about that pyramids and what's going on there.
Well,
And
did you
there's a lot
Rogan's
about
just
that
done a
doesn't make
podcast
sense.
with someone being interviewed, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Who was
the
it?
first one, the only
Yeah.
one he's ever done.
Jesse Michaels or something like that, isn't it?
And he basically called out Elon Musk, said, "Listen, Elon's my guy, but he knows about what's going on in SpaceX, and he just can't say nothing to me."
Yeah.
But he's like saying he's keeping it under wraps
About what, aliens?
about any UFOs or any. All that
I
kind of-
don't know. Like the Book of Enoch is obviously.
It's just
Book of Enoch points to something mad happening. I mean,
Dave,
I
we
do
got to
think...
shout out here. David Boone keeps saying this. The French beach lads need a
We were
shout
talking
out.
about them on
we spoke
Friday.
about them Friday.
Did they send
Did
you a
we?
video?
They've sent me. We've sent a couple of videos with them. I'll be off for going down and meeting them lads and seeing what they're up to, because I think they're doing a fucking incredible thing, driving to France and stopping some of the people who are trying to legally break into the country. Like, fair play to them. Like, that is a patriot, as we said there. You know, Britain isn't finished. If patriots like that say, do you know what? We're going to do our bit, and if all of us do our bit, then we can solve this problem. If we all give up on it and we take, you know, kind of some of the fatalistic approaches, and we don't want to, you know, actually make change and affect change, then obviously it'll be lost. But I think this country, I think she's worth fighting for, and I think there's some great people here who also think the same. And whilst there's a fucking pulse in my body and blood pumping around my heart, I'll be trying my utmost to fucking affect change for the positive. And listen, as I say, I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to do it on my own. It's going to take a lot of us to do it. But also, this is where we do it. We build these communities. We connect with each other. We're not always going to agree. But also, what we can't have is the fucking your party fucking nonsense. People who are against the British state, who hate everything about this country, who would, their way of improving our country is to fucking break it down, is to ruin it. I'm going, nah, you can go and fuck yourselves, get fucked, fuck back off to where you fucking see this utopia, this socialist utopia that you love, and leave this for us. We'll fucking fix this. If it takes us fucking 100 years, inch by inch, brick by brick, we'll put this place back together if that's what it takes. And you dig in and you fucking settle in for the long run. I'll give you a quote from Winston Churchill here, and then I'll take questions. Socialism is like a dream. Something you later wake up to. Reality. What to say? Sorry. Socialism is like a dream. Sooner or later you wake up to reality. That was Winston Churchill's quote. Now, socialism. This is why I wanted to get Peter Hitchens on, because he's somebody who has been a radical lefty in his time. He's moved because he was that left wing to the Soviet Union. He's seen the Soviet Union collapse, and he's come back to Britain as a kind of conservative. And there's not many people who've gone through that, you know, and I want to sit down and go, okay. And he was in his column, and I responded to it, quite fatalistic, like, move out of Britain, it's done. I'm like, whoa, like, that's not the retort here, give up. And now, I also don't think he, or I'm trying to figure out whether he really believes that, because I'm like, well, why write your column about it? Why not just go? And he's saying, well, I can't. Well, I'm going, well, financially, you must have had enough earnings to go where you want in the world, and enough, you know, you could get speaking arrangements everywhere because you're great intellect. Now, if people listen to influential people like that and give up, then we are sunk. But there's a load of us, this younger generation, who need to be taught and listen to people with that intellect and experience to go, look, this is what happens in these places with these socialist utopias. And this is why the next generation, who seem to be embracing, you know, the Your Party conference and that ilk of the left, embracing because they can't afford to get on the property ladder, or because of the state of the country and they think socialism's the way out. It's not. It's never worked. Now, that's just my opinion. I've not lived through it, and I want to speak to people who've actually experienced it to go, do you know what? In theory, it you know, it's this, and this, but in reality, it ends up the same way, which is a select group of people with all the power and all the resources. So it ultimately ends in mass destruction for the people who adopt it. And we need to get great conversations going, and, you know, sitting there and saying, oh, it's over, you're all leaving, writing a column, isn't going to solve it. Like, if you truly believe in Britain and the greatness of Britain and that she's worth saving, then we need to have frank conversations and sit down. And if you're tired and you don't want to be an old man, a 74-year-old shouting at a cloud, sit down and hand the baton and the torch on to the next generation. I'm up for taking it up. And I know there's loads of others in the same position. I've got the energy. I've got the resources. I've got the network. I'll take the fight on, and I think yous have joined this crusade with me. You know, we'll take the fight on, and the people who've joined our community, they're fucking ready for the fight, because they wouldn't tune in and give us the comments and the feedback that we get all the time, or the super chats, or whatever it is in the Telegram group. So make sure you push the message, and again, if people are feeling frustrated, no doubt, there's loads of that out there. The way to change it, you'd affect change from within.
Yeah,
you go, let's get after it. Let's
do it.
It's
so much harder to affect change from the outside. You can't run away and think you're gonna do something about it. There's a lot of people who've done that, and you just can't. You need to be in the trenches.
Let's put some pride back. And how do you do it? Community by community, person by person, conversation by conversation. It's going to take a lot to change it. I'm not saying this is an overnight solution. We're going to solve it in 10 minutes or 6 months or six weeks. You know, this is going to take us years. This might take 10 years. This mightn't be our generation. We might lead it to a certain point, and the next generation take it on. But what we certainly won't be doing is capitulating and giving up on it. Well, I won't until I have no air, no oxygen left pumping around my body.
But I don't think you will, because you're fighting for your kids. Like, I've got 4 kids, so you're fighting for your kids to have a normal future in this country. Because, as you rightly said, I could do myself. I could pick up my family and go and live away.
This is funny. Silly Goose 623's, but cute that Joey thinks we will be able to talk our way out of this.
I don't think that's no one thinks you're going to talk you out of anything with this. We're not saying let's fucking fight them, but it's definitely not let's talk. You're not going to ask them nicely to do it, because
you have to use every thing at your disposal. Listen, we're going to have to vote. We're going to have to take action in terms of, we're going to have to get out and connect and build communities and build movements. This is not going to happen. Like, what do you think is going to happen, Silly Goose? You think, like, oh, it's just going to be like a mad civil war and everything will be fine? No, absolutely not. That's not the way we're going with this. This has to be changed inch by inch, person by person. Like, the people who are radical, who are, let's burn everything down, that's not going to work.
This Silly Goose is on our side, by the way.
No, I know he is, but I'm saying, like,
it's good to have conversation with people like that who've got a different angle, a different like talk about it. But he's on our side, but he's got some good points. I've seen him I've commented a few times. But he's also a little bit off, and like, no one thinks you can talk you out of this situation. No one's that naive to say it, but you're right. You've got to use what your best tool is at your disposal. If someone's great talker and great thinker, use that as their main tool in their box to try and make a better future for not just the country, for
Someone's
that.
put skid mark, smashed the bird 4 times. It's right, lad. Actually, I had to play. Seeing it was quite funny, to be fair.
Yeah.
We have to get a patriotic government in charge first.
Is that what someone said, or is that what you're saying?
No, that's someone said here.
I think
in
they're
the
right.
comments here.
I think
Dominus de Bolus 1132.
No, they're right. We're not going to get anywhere with this fucking lot in charge. We know that.
Someone's put Diggs. I've mentioned that and speech 3 times already. So who's been trying to make us aware of that. Joey, I'd love for Douglas Murray on the show. Listen, I've had me and Douglas follow each other. I have reached out to him, but obviously he's moving in big circles. I'm trying to get people on for debate and conversation, and obviously, you know, I've got a few things coming down the track.
You've got a good one Friday,
but also I've got a few
thinking.
hurdles to overcome. You know what I mean? I've got a few hurdles to overcome.
Yeah.
And again, we're here for the long run, so you know this is not a 6 minute, 6 week, 6 month thing for us. This is years. I've got no intention of going back into football. I think football's fucking lost the plot, and there's no way I'm going back in and having absolute imbeciles try and tell me what to do. You know, we've got a few shilling off the half fella, or I'm just like, nah, fucking suck on that one. I'll only go back in and work for people if I'm working for people. Like, I won't go back in and take a job off just because I fucking need the job. I'm going to go back in only if I decide to go back in absolutely on my terms with the zero fucking direction from what's going on above me. So I am in a select group of people. I might actually be unemployable because that's my stance, but there's not. If I go in, I'm coming in almost to completely renovate your club. I'm coming in and going, right, the reason you're hiring me is this is a pile of shit. So if I come in here, I run the job. Mm-hmm. That's what I've done at Fleetwood, and I had, you know, Andy Pilley and Steve Kerwood and guys there teach me the job. But that was with the balance on because I was a new manager. I had checks and balances on because I was a new manager, didn't know what I was doing. At Bristol Rovers, that was a completely different gig. I went in as almost like Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares. That's where I'm at now. So the next job I take will be a Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmare, and it will be, right, I am the fucking master of the destiny here, and everything I say goes. If you're not okay with that, then I'm not the man to hire. Now, that leaves a very few amount of jobs for me, but also
leave the right
there's
job.
that many people who are fucked and are hiring that many imposters that eventually the Fleetwood job will just look better and better because you go, what, that little cunt nearly put Fleetwood in the Championship on a shoestring.
Yeah.
And he fucking turned round the Titanic at Bristol Rovers, and then look what happened. Look what happened to Fleetwood as soon as I left. Look what happened to Bristol Rovers as soon as I left. So usually, if you look at a footy team, you think, fucking hell, they're a good side, and then a player leaves and you go, fucking hell, they're not as good as I thought he was. Now the problem is, it's Joey Barton and his marmite, and no one wants to give you the credit. Well, I'll tell you who'll give me the credit. Me fucking self. Because I know exactly what I've done. I know exactly how I've done it. I know the people I've done it with. And I know how good we are. Now, keep hiring these nonsense potters who you just keep after sack every 6 months or every year, and you just keep giving yourself a massive debt. Or, like, you Tom Cleverley, like fucking Rooney's and all that. Like, keep hiring them. They're fucking light years away. I laughed the other day because I used to get a lot of stick off the Bristol Rovers lads and the Fleetwood lads. Because I used to do the grounding and all that with them, didn't I? And then, who was doing it the other day? Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, and the lads are texting me going, fucking hell, you were fucking 3 years ahead of everyone. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm not only 3 years ahead. I fucking know how far ahead I am with people. Now, my problem is, I speak truth to power now, and that isn't politically correct. So if you ask me a question, I give you the answer. I don't say what I think you want to hear. All right? Now, that isn't conducive with having longevity in the job I was in. And I'm the same with the press. I fucking hate talking to the press. I hate talking to them. I hated doing the Friday nights where you've got to talk about the opposition manager and the opposition team. I used to be like, they're shit and we're going to fuck them. That was my mindset. They're shit and they're getting fucked in the morning. Because that was my mindset as a player. He's shit and I'm going to fuck him in the morning. Now, loads of people go, oh, you've done their team tour for them. I'm like, good, I want the best version of them. Now, you should statesman, politically correct and all that. I'm like, nah, that's not me. That's not how I believe it needs to be done. So that's not, yeah, but that's the way I do it.
No, what I mean, imagine someone trying to be, say, you've got to be politically correct to you. Sounds that's...
Well, again, that like, I do things the way you do them. Now, again, that's the reason Fleetwood Town almost became a championship club, because I do things the way I do them. That's the reason Bristol Rovers went from the 92nd or 91st ranked team in the Football League. So there's only 92 teams. They were 91st. all right?
I know.
And I turned them into what? The 6th or 7th form team in a short period of time, spending what? A couple $100,000 on players. They went from the 91st worst team in all of football, professional football, to the 7th. We were 6th or 7th.
On the form list.
Might have even been close. It might have even been higher than that.
Was that
No,
on the form?
Yeah, no, in terms of the results for the calendar year from the year before.
Point-wise.
Points for the year from year end, from
Calendar
January
year.
to January or
Yeah.
January to December. They went from the first year I was there, 91st, but I was in Everton, a load of turnip pickers from the previous regimes. And by within a year, the next year we went. I have to get it is up there. I think we were 7th. There was one point where we were second behind only Liverpool.
Let's see.
In a year, not spending money. I have got the data there. Someone will pull it out. I think I've tweeted them in the past before. But also, that's either a fucking miracle worker, Jesus Christ reincarnated, or it's somebody who fucking knows his onions about footy.
But I don't think it's just knowing your onions about footy. I think it's the work ethic.
And everyone goes, oh, you were 16th when you got sacked. Well, I hated the people I was working for. They sold the only fucking striker I had. And fucking Ryan Loft. I had 2 strikers, John Marquis, Ryan Loft. They sold fucking Ryan Loft. I was meant to get another striker and they fucked it up on the last day of the fucking window. And at that point, I fucking lost my mind with them and I was like, fuck these pricks off. I wanted out. Because I knew they were a firm of lying bastards and I thought, nah, I'm not fucking being away from my missus and kids for these fucking imbeciles. And I did down tools in terms of mentally. I just switched off because I thought, it doesn't matter what I do for these people. They know the price of everything and the value of nothing, and they don't deserve us to be at the football club. And lo and behold, look who's fucking running the team now. Look how shit they are. Just lost 8 consecutive league games in League Poo.
They got finger bites on me, didn't
League Poo, 8 games on the spin they've lost.
Silly Goose just commented again there. What happened to the documentary on Fleetwood? Is that ever going to come out?
It's in the can, yeah, but we've
we've had
got it there. We've made it.
It's made, but I mean, isn't it like 50-50?
You know what? No matter whenever you see that, you'll realise how good I am and how good I was. You'll realise just how good I am, just how mad I am, and just how balmy the team I run, but how effective it'll be. And also some of the boss characters I had around me. I was very, very lucky to have some great characters around me in the team and in and around the club. I'm open, it's only getting held up at the minute because Andy Pilley's in jail. So at first it was held up because I was in court for the Stendhal case.
And he owns half it, does he?
No, but then obviously Pilley was under, so it's tied up because Pilley's in jail. Because me and him have got half of it.
But he's away for a while, isn't he?
Well, I went in and seen him, and I'm saying to him, look, we should get that out, but I don't know whether there's legal stuff holding that up. Now, I've got it, so I'm going to look into the legalities of it. Because what we could do is just put a little finger on and say, yeah, pay a tenner for it on our website, and we'll fucking let it go. But we'll have to speak to the makers of it because there's a few people involved in it, and I'm going to speak to Pilley on it because it's not about me. It sounds mad that because it's fucking, you'd think like I'm in it obviously,
like such a waste.
but it ends up being ends up showing you because don't forget it's a football club that's quite small.
To go through COVID,
and
doesn't it?
COVID happens.
Yeah.
So actually, it's a fascinating, it's a really interesting, and there's some boss characters in it, obviously, who run through the football club and in and around the town, and it shows you what provincial football means for the local community and how a massive global pandemic can affect people not being able to go to footy and what it does to them. And it's a really and it'll only get better with time. Like if you watch it in 5 years, it'll be equally as good as if you watch it today. Like it'll age brilliantly because it captures a mad part of human existence.
It will come out.
Oh, absolutely, it will. Because if I have to, I'll release it on BitTorrent or I'll get it out there on one of the fucking dark webs or something.
No.
So whoever's involved in the documentary, I'm coming to speak to you this week. If you don't fucking let me get it out, then my phone might get hacked and it might get out on the dark web without your permission. Pilley, I'll have to square off with Pill, by the way, but he'll want it out because it's a brilliant documentary. And actually, it's not like Hollywood eyes because we actually get beaten in the semi-final. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't end with us getting promoted. It would have been unbelievable for us if it ends up with the promotion because it's a mad journey. But it ends up with us fucking on the floor after we get beaten.
Liverpool's one where they got where Klopp season where he quit. That's just where we get fucked.
But I mean, again, I think as a social piece of history, it's a fascinating watch. Like when I watch it, I was like, wow! You don't realise what what you're going through, what the club means to people, and how it affects people's lives, and also for me, because you're living through the COVID period, you're seeing how much fans mean to a club, Especially, you just won't see it because you're Liverpool, you're behemoth, but what it means to
a local
the
community.
smaller clubs that are fighting for their existence and trading in players, but also where some of those players have gone on to play. And you'll see, because of, you can see in there, when I look back at it now, there's lads who have gone on to have boss careers, and you can see in there that they're going to have it. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way they train or the way they present. There's also lads who were maybe thought of having good careers that you'll see in there and go, well, that's probably the reason he hasn't kicked on. Because now it's, 5 or 6 years out from that.
Yeah.
But I'll work on that. I'll speak to a few people. It mightn't be possible to get it out. At some point it'll come out. And I think when it comes out, I think people will really enjoy it. But also, listen, I am a maniac. You will see me in that. Like, there's sometimes I lose me absolute shit at the lads. But also, it was my first job. I was learning on the job. I look back at it now and I go, how ballsy am I? Think how confident you've got to be that you're good to come out of it. Never take a coaching job and have the cameras rolling from day one in your environment. And fucking absolute train spotters are getting jobs left, right and centre. Fail, get another job. Fail, get another job. Absolute nonsense potters. But also, I'm going to time it actually to when I want to go back in. If I ever want to go back into management, all I have to do is get that documentary released because the fucking phone won't stop ringing. Because people will realise just how far ahead of the fucking curve I was at the time and just how good I am, even though there is the few scenes I wanted deleted out of it because I fucking lose my shit a couple of times.
You don't, do you?
Yeah, it's real though,
I can't imagine that.
I throw a laptop across the changing room in one thing because someone's fucking trying to show me something on a laptop. Fucking laptop wankers.
That's what you say.
Lad, the laptop gets bounced off the fucking... Someone brings
off the wall.
Like fucking... Someone's club one going, oh, look
like
at
an
this.
analyst.
I'm not going for... But it ends up not being a laptop after that.
Ends up being a tablet.
But also...
right,
and by the way, we were winning 2-0.
Before we go, we've got a couple of super chats there. If you just scroll
I'll
up.
have a little scroll down. Sorry, I've been on the chat that much.
Go on, just scroll.
I'm just gabbing away.
There's two.
I can't see them.
So,
yeah.
keep going.
DM Arsenal Archives. Nice one. Joey, is the community spirit up in Liverpool still going strong? Down south, we've got tube signs. Whitechapel Station now in Arabic. London is finished.
I think it is. I don't see nothing. I don't see any real negativity in Liverpool at the minute. I'm in that city every day.
You know what? I'll level with you here. I drive around where I live in the surrounding areas and I fucking see them Union Jack flags up. And I drove through Bootle the other night because our cast was boxing in Bootle. And the city centre had all the Union Jacks up, and I've never felt more. I'm like, fucking, it's like, there is a community, yeah. It's, there's certain places, like, obviously, Iton's 2 dogs, it was all the way down Liverpool Road, they've been taken down now. Prescott, like, there's loads of places where they're up, the St. George, and I'm like, no, there is a community. So we've just got to knit it together, and I think people are demoralised, but also, there is a resistance there. There is people who are ready to take this on. And again, we've got make sure you connect to our community. We want to connect to other communities. Why we want to get out in the podcast. And I'm going to do some other podcasts to try and, get across their networks because we've got to build this even bigger. We've got to plug this in.
And the only way
the
doing
resistance
it is mixing podcasts.
Is going to be everybody doing their little bit of fucking to help out. That's what we've got to do. Got to help each other. Now, you do that inch by inch, person by person, and again, I would say up here, there is a few loonies everywhere you go. Obviously, Liverpool's a bit of a left-wing city historically, but I think people have had the feel of it. I think they've got left-wing fatigue. I think they've realised the left have gone too far left and lost their fucking mind.
No, I think people kind of take Liverpool the wrong way as a city and as sort of the political elements of the city is Liverpool's always been, for me, especially, I'd sort of say centre-left. Because Liverpool's never been soft, where you're thinking you allow.
It was militant left though, but then Hatton and all that back when Thatcher, it has been far left.
Even going back then, would you say they would allow men to dress up as women and go in the changing rooms and act? So that to me now that's far left.
Yeah, possibly not, lad. But on that, yeah.
So they've always been maybe not centre
progressive
left.
left.
But
socialism,
but now that's far left to me, allowing people to do what they want. Dangerously in terms of using public spaces, so that would never happen in Liverpool in the past. But so
I
doesn't happen
feel
today.
Here that Liverpool has flipped over from being Labour heartland. Like there was a big surge. UKIP made a big surge here not long ago because people were frustrated for the European elections. Reform in the last election have made a big progress. So I think Labour having Liverpool locked down because of its left-wing leaning I think they've been let down by them. I think they've let too many people down. I still think Labour will hold a majority of seats here, but for the first time I'm going, oh no, there's gonna be a few close races for seats. Now the Tories would never get in here, just wouldn't get in.
No.
Because of the damage that's been done historically and rightly so. But also there's some splinter parties that are coming out now that maybe diet Tory, I see them as, but also they're making themselves palatable for people who are fucking sick to the back teeth of being let down by fucking Labour.
Yeah. No, there's a few comments in here. It's right. Liverpool's never been loony left. It's never been. Now, I class loony left as the left, as your party now.
Oh, they're nuts, yeah.
So that's...
But you don't have to watch that.
That's never been...
But why is it in Liverpool?
That's because they must think they align with Liverpool that way. It's never been that. Liverpool has never been that far nuts.
That's what worries me. That they think, Liverpool's like that, because that conference genuinely is nuts. And I feel sorry for the people who are trying to be serious there, but it's like that. This is why it's never going to work. If yous all got on a boat together, it wouldn't make it out the harbour before there was a fucking civil war and yous all fucking started killing each other. Your party, because they couldn't even have their own conference without it going nuts. It's gone bananas. Please,
that's not lasting 2 minutes. That.
Go and watch the fallout from it. It's like a
minutes.
Fucking comedy show. If I was to sit and write a comedy show about a party conference at this day and age, I wouldn't have. You'd have gone, nah, that's not believable. You've gone too far there. No, this is real life.
Before it is Monty Python-esque, isn't it?
Right, before we go, there's one more.
Simbox put in a super chat. It's so hard to be optimistic when for decades we've been let down and everything just keeps getting worse. He's put worse, but I think he means worse. Hence why I can't help but be pessimistic. Yeah, it's natural. This is what they want you to be. They want to demoralise you. This is all part of
control.
This no state, no patriotic nations, this one nation under fucking NATO that we can control, and one government that's this European Union of nonsense pottery. That's what they want to demoralise you. They want to split you. They want to create these problems for you so that you feel like there's no way out of it. And if you think that way, and if you allow that Simbach, they will win. Now, we've got to be out here, and this is not me just fucking pie in the sky. This is me dealing with, as you can imagine, I bounce into people all the time. The amount of people who are fucking behind what we're doing and the way we're doing it and saying, fucking fair play to you, keep fucking going, we're with you, and this and this and this and this. Now, all we're going to do is keep connecting that. More people are coming out now than ever before. Why? Because the pendulum swung back towards common sense. People have realised in the last 2.5 years we've been building this community, building this movement, doing what we're doing. We've even moved. We thought we were going to be a footy show and had some interesting guests. We're now more of a politics show with a bit of footy smattered in, because football is the biggest game in the world. Football in this country is the most dominant sport that captures the most headlines. And also, we could not do a footy show like some of them do and not talk about the state of play in our country. It'd be incorrect. It'd be disingenuous for us to do that. And what we've done in the meantime is we've forced TalkSport. We've forced the overlap. We've forced all these footy shows to start being political. They've only started talking about football and politics because we have. Because every time any of them raise their head above the pulpit, Gary Lineker for the BBC, and we haven't spoke about Black Gary being spotted in Mexico, have we? Where he's been falsely accused of being in Thailand, but it turns out he was in Mexico with his family, and obviously people who want to see him fail and obviously want to see him come unstuck have obviously got stuck into it. When I seen it, I was like, there's no way Black Gary's going to be stupid enough to be walking down the road with a lady boy. Come on. Like, he's a fucking public figure, well-known figure. Like, if he is up to no good, he won't be up to no good where someone can just walk down and film him. Like, he's a clever fella. He's obviously been in the spotlight for years and managed to keep, a relatively low profile, and, maybe he's got some good lawyers and I don't know, the super injunctions and stuff. But people wanting to see and making up, putting 2 and 2 together and make 65 is interesting. I did see Tommy Robinson jumped on and a few others went on it early.
Music quick, didn't
and
he?
then Black Gary's obviously gone and noised them back up, hasn't he? Black Gaz.
He did actually kill him off, like, but I mean,
But I seen Robertson fire back to him to say, "Oh, that's interesting." And I thought what he said back to him was interesting.
what did he say? Did he say back to him?
So you are aware of what's going on then, and you've been ignoring me for years, but you are actually aware of what's going on in the country, and it's mad that you've commented back to this, but nothing to do with the old grooming gangs.
Yeah, he's right there, isn't he?
And it's like, if Gary Black Gaz thought he had checkmate.
Gary got right back under his rock.
He thought he had checkmate, and he realised, maybe should have just kept myself. Should have just stayed.
Should have just left to be a ladyboy.
just let the internet do the. But also,
just let the internet think what he wants.
Right, it's 10:30, lads.
Oh, we did say 10:30.
We did say 10:30.
Well, listen,
it's been a great stream.
We haven't got Friday because we got a pod.
Hopefully, I see us on the other side, and hopefully this is not the season finale, but we shall see. Anyway, whatever happens, whatever comes your way, I'm a big boy, and we keep moving forward.